hope you're doing well today. I'm doing good. Let me just ping that I'm live. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just open the game. Oh yeah, I probably need to hook it up so full screen. Oh, scared the fuck out of me.
Grisaia の果実
Oh jeez. There we go.
環境を設定するわよ
Oh, it's so loud.
音量の設定をするわよ私が案内する早く決めちゃいましょう私が案内するね私は案内なんてしないんだからね私が案内するのよこの小峰幸私が案内するわねシステムにアクセス中私が案内するねテキストの設定しちゃうダイアログの表示設定しちゃう始めちゃう
Intense sunlight blazes down on the road as if to declare the arrival of summer. The burning asphalt radiates heat, mixing with the scent of the tide to form thick, muggy atmosphere. It's way too early for this kind of weather, and when the temperature is abnormally high, you're always going to get some people who lose their heads and start acting erratically. In other words, it's only natural that the police would be on the lookout for suspicious types at times like these. It's about 10 minutes ago that I realized I'd been mistaken for one of those heat stroke adult sorts.
名前が風見裕二。住所は山梨県大里郡。
Sweat pouring from his forehead as he examined my license. The policeman in front of me takes a glance at the large backpack I'm carrying.
山梨から来たのか、あんた。
はい、yes.
この町には何の用事で？大荷物背負ってどこかへ行く途中かい？
Told you everything. I told you this 10 minutes ago. I'm moving. This luggage, everything.
それじゃあ、引っ越し先の住所は？
Like I said, I don't have one yet. The answer's not going to change no matter how many times you
引っ越し
ask.
先の住所も決まっていないのに引っ越してきたっていうのかい？君、
God, I hate cops.
何を隠しているの？そろそろ本当のことを教えてよ。
Where'd you come from? Where are you going? What are you planning to do there? Depending on the context, this could be very philosophical questions. As far as police inquiries go, they're pretty run-of-the-mill. From their perspective, anyone wandering around without clear-cut business is by default a criminal of some sort. Let alone someone like me, carrying around conspicuous, bulky luggage. It's as good as guaranteed that they'd stop me. That's their job, I suppose, since this little scene acts as a crime deterrent through its visibility. It's not entirely wasted effort. But unfortunately, I don't have all day to play along. Drop a glance towards the digital watch I'm wearing around my left wrist. Sorry, but I'm giving someone waiting. I really can't spend any more time hanging out with bored
バカに
cops.
してるのか
Period. Board police force is proof that the city's at peace. Take it as a compliment. I inexplicably taking offense at my tone. The policeman clicks his tongue in irritation and tosses my license
じゃあ
back.
風見さん悪いけどお背中の荷物どうして何か見られたくないものでも入ってるの
I don't rely on
刃物と
blades.
か
Policy
持ってない？
line. Look, are you really telling me to unpack all this on the spot? It'll take an hour at least. Don't even just take it all in 30 minutes stuff
じゃあ
back in.
立ち話もなんだし警察署に行こうか
I just
冷たい
told
お茶
you.
ぐらい出す
I
か
don't
ら
have
さ
the time. I can't
そ
exact
こでゆっくりお話を聞かせて
voluntary
よ
questioning. I know you can't just back down in this situation, but if I say I'll head over there myself, can we wrap this up for now? One sec, guys.
そんな都合のいいこと言ってそのまましらばっくれる気だろだったらせめて自宅の連絡先を教えてよ
God, cops are so fucking annoying. Doesn't he have the right to refuse? I've explained I'm in the middle of a move. I vacated my old place so I don't have an address.
じゃあご両親の住んでいる実家の住所だ
I don't have any parents. Just
まさか
siblings
両
or
親もホー
relatives
ムレスだ
either.
とは
They're
言
all
うまい
dead.
本当にやっぱり何か隠してるんじゃないの
This is getting
警察
nowhere.
署まで来てくれれば無駄な問答をしなくて済むんだけど
Let
ね
me call the person I'm supposed to meet. That's right, they will wait.
それは
all day.
構わないけど
I'm not gonna
相
tell
言
you
えない
that.
ような相手なのか
It's your mother. We had an appointment at the hotel tonight. Keeping quiet about the goodness in my heart. You dragged it out of me, so don't blame me when your parents get divorced and your happy home is
バカにして
shattered.
るのか
Period! Tell this cop off! He's such an asshole!
え
30 minutes away from where we're talking, someone screams. Desperate cry follows in a second. A woman sits collapsed on the street, stretching out her hand. Her high heels lie on the ground, knocked off her feet by the sunfall. About halfway between us is a man in flashy Hawaiian shirt running in this direction.
警察か
Though the thief flinches from outside the policeman's uniform after a quick check for any convenient side street, he barely
どけこ
level.
ら
Finishing the stolen bag menacingly, his hand violently gestures out of my way.
止まれ止まりなさい
Cop is completely flustered. He's clearly unaccustomed to the sort of situation. While he's panicking, the distance between us and the thief shrinks with surprising quickness. The man runs in a straight line toward a breakthrough to freedom. I happen to be standing directly in the middle of his
どけっ
path.
つってんだろうが
As he prepares to strike with the bag, I ascertain the movement of his shoulder and arm for the first signs of motion, and hit his wrist sharply just as he begins to swing. The man's arm instantly stiffens and loses all momentum. His eyes pop out wide open in shock. I immediately grab the collar of the Hawaiian shirt that he's wearing and firmly draw him toward me. Before the man can offer resistance to my pull, I smoothly reverse and use my body weight to shove against him. One push, just as they began to embrace themselves against being pulled, anyone except a genuine expert is going to be thrown off balance. Nice shirt, where'd you buy it? Chalk spreads across the man's face as his knees buckle against his will. Try to gain a chokehold using my grip on the neck of his shirt, but
この
he draws his head back and shifts his body to the side, preventing me from landing a hold on his neck. Well, I expected as much from a glance at his build. It seems like he's somewhat experienced in judo, but I'll check. In this case, you would have been better off trying a defensive tackle. Rotating the purse snatcher in the opposite direction of his slide, I yank his right arm upward with both hands. In one movement, I've circled to his back. Oh my god, he looks like the guy from Higurashi. What's his face? What's up? You play Grisaia now? Yep, we just started. How you doing, Felix? Because I finally finished Narcissu and Angels of Death. This guy looks like Satoko's uncle from Higurashi. Next, pull the opponent's wrist and elbow and pin him to the ground. This is just basic Aikido, by the way. Oh shit! Alright, the main character he kinda cute. You know, you've got your priorities all wrong. Before you're worrying about me, you should kill the guy who sold you that shirt. Dang, I'll probably check out the VODs on that. I'm also uploading it to YouTube. Oh, speaking of, I wonder if my upload's even done. Oh shit, it's not. Well, my stream might lag then. Whoops. Perhaps unconsciously, the man's now empty right hand desperately slaps the asphalt. Grisaia is a treat though. Nice. While holding the thief pinned, I quickly shoot a look behind me. Don't just stand there.
Oh!
God, cops are so fucking useless! Policeman jerks up straight in response to my angry shout. Taking a pair of handcuffs from the pouch around his waist, he runs over to restrain the criminal. The first snatcher seems to have resigned himself to his fate and doesn't offer any pointless resistance. He accepts his red-handed arrest for theft docilely, then sits quietly on the ground with his head hung as the policeman radios for backup. Apparently they weren't too far off as the siren approaches in no time. Oh, that is so loud. Wow, that is drilling into my head. Two policemen get out of the arriving cruiser and push the criminal into the back seat. Oh, Mochi, thank you for raiding me. I appreciate it. How did your stream go? And welcome, everyone. Hope you guys are doing well. As I'm quietly watching the scene in perfect passivity, the policeman from earlier runs over. Yeah, shut up, you useless fucking bozo, bitch-ass bimbo asshole. Actually, excuse me. That's an insult to bimbos if I call you one. I'll pass on the letter, thanks, so how about letting me move on?
宣告の件も含めてできれば改めて署でお話を聞かせていただきたいのですが。
The policeman pushes at my back. They glance at my wristwatch and informs me that I'm 5 minutes late for my meeting. I can't read. It's definitely a stream amount, but more importantly, Grisaia. Look, are you ready to drink bleach? I hate cops so much! 30 minutes have passed since I was brought into the interrogation room, familiar as the place where criminals break into flop, sweat, and TV dramas. Sitting on a cheap, foldable pipe chair, my arms folded in perfect silence. Instead of responding, I closed my eyes, a silent statement indicating I have absolutely no intention of opening my mouth. The detective clicks his tongue in exasperation at my attitude. I've gotten a pretty fair idea of what he'll be doing next. Sound of something being struck, an even louder attempt at intimidation. This is the point where a timid guy would be jumping in his seat with his eyes wide open, or maybe staring at the floor and quivering. As for me, my eyes are still shut, my arms are still folded quietly, my mind is total blank. I've been accustomed to adults shouting at me like this since I was a child. Damn, bro, me fucking too, dude. Child trauma club. Following the threat stage, the next stage would be for him to grip my hair and jolt me back and forth. When dealing with an official authority group here, I shouldn't get off without direct violence this time. Not to say that they won't pull off the old TV cliches and harass me by shining a dust lamp in my eyes or something off the sort. I can roughly translate the detective's sighs. Goddamn kids these days. Gently open my eyes in order to sneak a look at his disgusted face. The detective sitting in front of me seems to be challenging the Guinness World Record for the most dramatic asymmetry between the left and right sides of a human mouth, or maybe he's just scowling. When I let out a snort of laughter in response to the unexpectedly pleasant sight, then the detective scratched his head and violently glared at me. I won't gain you anything, but you won't lose anything either, except your time. Turned my gaze on the clock at the wall of the sweat box. An hour has already passed since the scheduled time for my meeting. The detective strikes the desk with a comedic timing. Crazy how all cops have such inferiority complexes. The best part is the way he knocks his ashtray off the table every time he does this. Is this the all ages version? It's the Steam version.
何なんだよお前は。
His tone is distinctly fed up. He stoops down to pick the plastic tray off the floor. Kazami Yuji, occupation
だから
student.
そりゃもう何度も聞いたっつんだよ。調べたよ、この犯罪歴はなし、歩道歴も交通違反もなし、まるで誰かが細工したみてえに真っ白なんだよお前は。お前は一体何者なんだ。
Kazami Yuji, occupation student. It seems it's safe to stream. Yeah, famous last words. You know how many people have told me shit like that and then shit comes up on screen? So I'll believe it when I see it, Mochi.
なんだそりゃ。警察に捕まったらそれしか言うなって誰かに言われてんのかお前。
Oh,
どっ
there's
か
no
のテロリス
sex
トか。
scene here, Bunny. Don't worry. The next frame, tits on the screen.
おういい、黙れ。
First it's say something, now it's shut up. Talk about hard to please. Our capricious detective scowls yet again and scratches his head. Flakes of dandruff drift grandly through the air. Based on his thoroughly wrinkled soup and heavy stubble, I'd say he hasn't been home in days.
なあなあなあ、頼むよ。こっちの事情も考えてくれよ。
Put your shoes in edit. What about you? Are you fucking kidding me? Like a cop has ever fucking done that before? Oh my god, stop. Now there's science enough to make me want to heave one myself. Because we both take our work seriously. It seems like we're stuck going around
さ
in
っきのひっ
circles.
たくり事件の取り調べも進まないし、厄介なの捕まえたよまったく。
Oops. What do you mean? Okay, it's not his fault that a person actor literally existed? What the hell? Thanks for dropping that. I'm getting so triggered by these cops. I'm getting so angry. I hate. I'm full of hatred right now. Just as we roughly completed this exchange of one-sided bitterness and mutual glaring, there's a well-timed knock at the door and the sound of it being unlocked.
ああ、お疲れ様です。
Slightly plump elderly detective enters the room. Given his respectful tone of the detective I've been chatting with, he's probably superior of some sort. Hey, you know, that's a great point. That is a great... I totally forgot about that. Wait, can you see it? Oh yeah, I can. Given the respectful tone of the detective I've been chatting with, he's probably...
どうかしましたか。え、はい。ええ。
After a quick glance in my direction, the elderly detective whispers something in the young man's ear. One girl's age scenes are funny as hell. Oh yeah. Before long, the younger detective turns toward me with a decidedly nonplussed
釈
expression.
放だとお疲れさん。
Why now all of a
それは
sudden?
こっちから聞いてくれ。それじゃあな。
Check it out off stream when you finish a route. But I have the Steam version. How do I check it out? Like, just look it up? With those parting words, the young detective leaves the room. The elderly detective watches him go and then faces me with a greasy smile. Also, with the Dow, I streamed all 3 games. You'll be fine. Like I said, I'll believe it when I see it.
いやー、すみませんでしたね、風見さん。こちらに連絡が行っていなかったようで、先ほどようやっとあなたの身元保証人の方と連絡が取れた次第でして。
The detective stares at me with eyes like a dead fish. Oh my god,
市ヶ谷の
me.
関係者なら最初からそう言っていただかないと。
You've known us from Ichigaya from the start. When you throw me in jail, stripped me naked, and sprayed me down with a hose.
まさかまさかご冗談を。うちは天下の
What
桜
the
な
hell,
んですよ。
stupid counter already 10? Hi Anya, how are you? Well, there's... These fucking cops are driving me crazy. Just to let you know, I'm nothing but a student. My work at Ichigaya is only part-time cleaning job.
掃除ですか。なるほどね。うまいことおっしゃいますな。
Response to my words,
さす
Detective
がは
Chris
イ
is
ン
nothing
テ
but
リさんの
something vaguely resembling a smile.
いやー、ですからね。ご存知かと思いますが、上があれですから。いろいろとややこしくてね。
Sarcasm drifting from every pore of his body, the detective treats me with transparently and insincere courtesy. Perfectly civil on a superficial level, but the atmosphere in here is growing increasingly unpleasant. The younger detective from before, hard-ass that he was, seems infinitely preferable. Did you inquire to Ichigaya about
い
me?
いえね。あなたのお名前を検索している最中に電話が鳴りまして、受話器を上げてみたら防衛省の特別の機関からのお電話でして、うちの犬がそちらで保護されていないかと聞きましてね。いや、驚きましたよ実際。うちは保健所じゃありませんからね。
Good, I like to see him sweat! Since you found my owner, confirm that my leash is properly attached, I should be able to leave now, right?
どうぞご自由に。ああ、そうそう。あなたが今度転入なさる学園の学園
That's so.
なかなかいらっしゃらないからと近隣の署におかげでうちの所長も会議の途中で電話に引っ張られたようでして
Some
散々嫌
CGs
味を
and
言われ
scenes
た
that
と言
cut
ってお
it
りまし
close,
た。
but never explicit genitalia shown. Mm-hmm. Where's my
お
backpack?
預かりした荷物は玄関に出してありますのでそちらへ。なんでしたらう
You're not
ちの
getting
車で
funds
お
from
送りし
public
ましょう
taxes in
か。
order to chauffeur bums like me around, or you all walk. Chauffeur, sorry. During urged out the door by the old man, the young detective appears from the rear carrying the backpack they'd taken
と
from
ん
the
でもない
other.
重さだなこれは。一体何が入ってるんだ。
Bit of a tough question, I guess you could say
ギ
my
ャグだと
life.
したら出来は悪いぞ。
That wasn't really what I was going for.
まあそんなことはどうでもいい。ちょっと。
Dropping the backpack next to me, the detective left out a slight sigh. Thanks for laying it out here. Pretty heavy.
仕
isn't
事
it?
で柔道やってるような人間に言う言葉じゃないな。田舎の警察とはいえその辺は仕込まれてる。
True, I guess that's natural for policemen, sorry. He smiles
なあ
wryly.
お前埋め立て地の学生なんだってな。
I'm wearing a school uniform, you can see it at a
制
glance.
服が着られているって感じだがな。
Cross my shoulders
気
and
をつけ
pass
てな。
each other.
いろんな意味で。
Those parting words, he heads back into the police station. Why is he all of a sudden being nice to me? Anyone want to take bets on whose bunny's best girl is gonna be? Ooh! I want to know that too. Sachi? Guess I don't make a convincing student yet. Hi, Big Doge. How are you? I'm wearing black slacks and a short sleeve dress shirt, as well as a blue tartan check necktie. Excluding my somewhat longish hair, I should be the very image of a student. I gotta say, the CG for the guy for our main character, he was pretty hot. Usually main characters aren't hot, either Sachi or Michiru. It's probably precisely because this is difficult that I've decided to give it a try. I'll say Michiru, but I'm biased. Is this Grisaia or Clanad? Well, if you look at the category, darling, it says Grisaia. If you like sarcastic assholes, you'll love Yuji. Well, we'll just have to see. I don't know. It just depends. Sometimes I like types of people, but then we'll really dislike someone who fits into that type. So it really just depends. But we're gonna do Clanad after this, Big Doge. For a while, I myself didn't understand why I've asked for this, but now I think I'll have a faint grasp on that. I'll have a faint gasp. I want to become something that I couldn't understand, something that I wasn't. Okay, that's a little random. At the moment, I've done nothing but smooth down my edges a bit. Perhaps later on I'll become a student on the inside as well. So then I've been climbing upward earlier has now reached its zenith. The temperature keeps on rising, sweat oozes from my skin. Pretty she'd pick me up, but Sensing my presence, I lower my gaze from I lower my gaze from the sun. My eyes, well accustomed to the high contrast lighting, project a human form in silhouette for only the briefest of moments before the details fade in.
お勤めご苦労様。
One raising an awkward salute, grinning broadly, stands before my eyes. Spare me, I don't want to see a pose like that outside the workplace. In the first place, what's with the dopey salute? The girls in bikinis on the Maritime SDF recruitment posters should have more impressive form.
もういいじゃないの。早速のお仕事をねぎらってるのに。
I don't recall contributing enough to society today to deserve any appreciation.
はいはい。来た早々とんでもない目にあったのはわかるけど、八つ当たりはしないでちょうだい。そんなことより。
She opens the door, the car stopped next to
乗
her.
って。目的を遂行する方が最優先。でしょ？
This is Chizu. Is Chizu different than Michiru? I think she'd be cuter without glasses. Like, just erase these glasses and she'd be really cute. Wait, Chizu is Michiru or she's different? I don't know what you're saying yes to. From Mishima, keep glasses make a girl cuter. Disagree. Oh, different. Okay. From Mishima-ki Police Station to National Highway number 133 southbound, we proceed to the prefectural highway and advance further out toward the Cape. Not the glasses slander. I mean, my opinion's just based. You guys are just wrong. Sorry about it. A range of slowly rotating wind turbines came into view, indicating our proximity to the
び
sea.
っくりしたのよ。
Erase these glasses!
これは何かあったんだって連絡したら案の定警察の厄介になってるし。この暑さだから熱射病で倒れてるのかと思っちゃった。
Thought you really thought I was
どうし
sick.
てそんなことが言えるの？
You're trying police stations first, not
そ
hospitals.
りゃあなたのことだからぶっ倒れる前に何とかするとは思ったけど、一応体のこと気遣ってるんだから素直に聞けばいいのに。
Accuracy in weather forecasts and interpersonal communications make society run smoother.
可愛くない。
Pounding again, she continues her harangue.
第一、ここにだって本数は少ないけど電車は通ってるんだから、それで来ればよかったのに歩いてきちゃうんだもん。
Actually, she might really like Amane now that I think about
そ
it.
れも聞いてびっくりしたのよ。ヒマラヤにでも登るような大荷物背負ってるって。
Does she have glasses?
だからって歩いてくるなんて常識外れよ。
Because that deranks her for me. Sorry about it.
どうしたの？黙っちゃって。
Could you not mention this to other students? I don't want them getting funny ideas about me from the
変なの
get-go.
が来たって警戒されるかもね。確かに。
I got enough from the police to last me a while.
やっぱり職質受けてたのね。
She what? Does she have glasses? That's what I asked.
Hi, 着いたわ。ここよ。
The car. Oh no. She said, "Is she fly?" No, she doesn't. Oh, okay. Okay. Why can I say her panties? How do you just see? What is it? Spacebar? Lol. The car proceeded about 500 meters along the area of reclaimed coastal land before she brought it to a stop. So that's what he meant by landfill, I see. As I'm recalling the words of the detective from before, the woman continues conversation with a suddenly cheerful tone.
どう？立派でしょ。この近隣の学校の中では一番新しいのよ。
One second. There we go. Sorry, I was just adjusting that. Very nice, barely even looks like a school. Though I'd heard it was a new school, its external appearance genuinely isn't what I expected. The 3-story building, the pure white color of the outer walls is the only typical school-like element, with every other aspect more closely resembling a city office building. The gates to the right and left are less evocative of a school gate than a functional fence at some facility. The mounted signboard likewise is a utilitarian thing printed in a simple typeface rather than hand-drawn work of calligraphy.
これからここがあなたの母校になるのよ。感慨深くない？
When we just arrived at this place, if I said I was deeply moved by the sight, it'd be a lie.
味もそっけもない。人間想像力が大事なのよ。
With an exaggerated sigh, she opens her hands wide in the overblown gesture of a third-rate actor.
新設校だからあまり学校のイメージがないかもしれないけど、学生だってちゃんと普通のいい子たちがいるのよ。え。
Her rigmarole is abruptly interrupted by the high-pitched shrieks of 2 girls.
やめなさいマキナ。やめなさいってお願いだからお願いだからあまねなんで逃げるのセミかわいいよ
Oh my god, she reminds me of Satoko.
虫は大嫌いなのよ
So far, she reminds me of my friend Timmy.
音量の設定しちゃう
Oh my god, that was such good voice acting.
むせ返るほど笑ってんじゃないわよマキナ。あんた後で覚えてなさいよ。おやつ抜きにするんだから。
No way! So far, I like Machina so far. Imagine the second-hand embarrassment. I don't get embarrassed.
普通の
You have to embrace cringe. Normal, could you define that term? Is there a class where we chase each other around brandishing insects?
違うのよ。あの子たちはその
Those girls are, well, you know, lesbians? Sorry, that's the only thing that comes to mind. They're, you know, gay? Oh no, Machina's my worst girl. Is Satoko your worst girl? Cause we might have to fight, cause Satoko's like a little sister to me. That's why I like Machina. She reminds me of Satoko. I don't think I do, but I see that it's a lively school. I mean, maybe I won't like her, but
とりあえず
we might have to fight, Mochi! Might gotta put up them bear paws! Busta! Having apparently forgotten what she was planning to do with her outspread hands, she totters through the school gate. Her office is positioned quite near the school building's front entrance. Furniture is nicely arranged based around an old-fashioned desk and chair. I hated Satoshi in the anime, never read the VN though. Okay, well the anime is garbage and disgusting and stupid and a disgrace on the Higurashi series, so you should really read the VN, Felix. Or read the manga if you don't want to read the VN. I haven't read the manga yet, but I heard it's good. Contrast in the incongruity of the building's external appearance, this room is a textbook example of the old-fashioned principal's office. Well, we know her thoughts on the anime. It's
そこ
disgusting.
座って
The anime is an abomination. It's my own 9/11. Was that too far? My bad. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Sorry. I sit on the genuine leather sofa that's one of the room's more prominent furnishings. After waiting for me to settle myself, she lowers herself into the seat across from me. Feel the same way about the Grisaia anime? They skip so much characterization and important plot points. What's Higurashi? Higurashi When They Cry is my favorite visual novel ever, Big Doge. It's a murder mystery that just gets better and better and better. The anime made some great use song covers though.
学園長の立花千鶴です。ようこそ美浜学園へ。はじめまして。
Take your glasses off, girl.
それとも
She'd be so cute without them.
の方がいいかしら、風見くん。
Sounds like Danganronpa. It's nothing like Danganronpa, but I also like Danganronpa, so you can trust my taste. But Big Doge, the first chapter is free on Steam, so play through the whole first game, see if you like it, and if you do, then it literally just gets better and better and crazier and crazier. It's just amazing. On a practical level, Nice to Meet You might be a better option.
そっか。そうね、確かに。
With a slight amused smile, Principal Tachibana takes out a pamphlet.
まあ、あなたのことだからもう概要は知ってるとは思うけど、一応説明はしておくわ。
She flips past a couple pages of the brochure. I hadn't noticed, but her fingernails are lightly polished.
ここは学校法人榊学園の運営する私学の学園で、全国から選ばれた学生たちを集めて、日々榊学園の母体は
Blah blah blah!
を持つ東浜急行電鉄グループ。
Principal's talk shifts to more detailed
最高の
matters.
設備と教職員を揃えているわ。
Each beach expresses an enormous corporate group with its hands in real estate and large-scale retail, but its core business is the management of the rail line connecting Tokyo to Haneda Airport. EBT management is shouldered by the Sakaki family. Seems plausible that the Sakaki Academy Corporation is also administered by them directly, but that's only a guess based on circumstantial evidence. Glasses equals cute, fight me? I'm not gonna fight you over you being wrong. I'm the one who's right. There's a lack of public information on the secretive corporate activities. The very existence of this academy isn't well known. I didn't get anything that could be called definite proof from my investigation so far.
あなたは2年生として学園に入ってもらいます。早速明日のホームルームで転校のことをお知らせするから、それ以降は自由に振る舞って構わないわ。
Fingers come to stop. Bring your hands gently together. She raises her gaze from the pamphlet and meets my eyes.
どう
It's a 1v1, the Waffle House down street,
普通の
4
学園
a.m.
生活を送るには最適の環境だと思う。
Dude, I love Waffle House. It's so good. People are always nice to me there. Although we don't have any in Cali, I can only get it when I visit people. I have a few questions. First, today is a weekend, but there was barely anyone on the school grounds. What's going on?
少数精鋭なのよ。学生数はあなたを入れて6人だけなの。
Oh shit. Only 6?
そうよ。
The elite few?
え
That includes the friend with the cicada just now?
え、もちろん
Question 2. Where am I living from today on?
全寮制なの。後で学生寮の場所を案内します。そこからここに通ってちょうだい。
A dormitory, is it?
寮といっても十分な広さのある個室だから安心よ。
In that case, not a problem. I gotta get back to reading the second Grisaia.
以上かしら。
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna read that. We'll have to see how I feel about this one, obviously. That's how I gauge if I'm gonna play other games. Like... Well, I won't say that. I think some people in chat will be
は
sad.
い、どうぞ。
For this last question only, I stared directly into her eyes. And to confirm the principal's intentions in bringing me here. At least the common route, at least. After all said and done, is this a normal school? Say. Well, like, I know some people wanted me to play the original White Album, but like after White Album 2, no thank you, respectfully. Meow. Principal closes her mouth. Moment of silence, she opens it again. Gentle smile. I'm convinced she's aligning me to further some hidden self-interest.
あなたがあの時に言った希望、ちゃんと覚えているわよ。
Principal slowly stands up and walks to the window side. Athletic grounds are visible from the window. Although resembling the normal school, the grounds are skirted by an improbably high wall.
普通の学園に入って普通の学生生
Near a
活
handful
が
of
送りたい。
students, the bizarre, extravagant facilities, the on-campus dormitory, the high wall surrounding it all. They clearly indicate abnormality.
でもね、あなたも分かってると思うけど、あなた自身の境遇を考えると、ここしか条件に合うところがなかったのよ。
I guess you're right.
私はあくまでもここは普通の学園だとあなたに言います。
Principal turns to
だから
face
あな
me.
たもここで普通に過ごしてくれればいいわ。何かしてほしいとか私から言うことはありません。
Understood.
それじゃ寮の方へ案内するわ。
Also, guys, remember I got my redeems if you want to use them. Some new ones for my model. No pressure to use it if you're saving up. I understand. But if you're not and you want to use it a little bit. So did you like White Elm overall? Did you mean you're not ready for something similar? I don't like White Album enough to play another game like it. Did I like White Album 2? I liked parts of it. I thought it was a really long game. And I think that's what kind of killed me. I think if it was a shorter game, I might have liked it more. But also, I kind of hated the main character the entire time. So it's kind of hard to get into a game where you hate the main character, you know what I mean? But like I said, but there were parts I liked about it. I liked the intro chapter the best. Not I rise to my feet. On the grounds outside, a gust of salty sea air kicks up in a cloud of sand.
ここが学生寮よ。管理室も含めると部屋数は全部で11。
I
各
wanna
部屋
meet
ごとに
the
お
other
風呂とトイレと
ladies.
キッチンが備え付けられてるから生活の心配はないわ。何キョロキョロしてるの？
Kate appeared from earlier, don't seem to be around.
ああ、スオさんとイリスさんのことね。二人ともまだ学園に残っているのかもね。小峰さんもいないようだし。
The community guy is a student here too?
うん、その子に寮の案内を頼んでいたんだけど、姿が見えないから。
So you don't have a minute to grasp on the movements of students I see.
私はほら、単なる学園長だから。
Merely
ち
is
ょっと待っ
it?
てね。部屋にいるのかもしれないから。
Principal walks towards the interior of the building. Left there by myself, I stare vacantly up at the ceiling. Soon having consciously fallen into the habit of counting the number of visible sprinklers and roughly estimating the scale of the building. It's fair, White Album 2 is technically like 2 games. Oh yeah. Calculating the time needed to gain control of the front entrance, ascertaining the location of the emergency exits. Not that many support pillars are there, I guess that's why the ceiling is a bit low. White Album 1 is definitely not as good as White Album 2. I heard the MC is even worse, so oh geez. Having grown absorbed in the building, I don't even notice the tug at my sleeve.
私の声聞こえてますか？
Till the final accuse me of many finally catches my ear.
あなたは今日到着予定の転入生さんですか？
Drop my gaze in the direction of the voice and find a girl in housemaid clothes looking up at me. Not she's a particularly diminutive height, except in comparison to a taller male like me.
それとも不審者さんでしょうか？
No one's gonna admit that they're an intruder if you ask them point blank.
そういえばそうですね。目から鱗です。
Oh my god, I like her. The maid nods several times, slowly closes her eyes and begins to repeat my words.
不審者かと尋ねられて不審者だと答えるやつはいない。不 私
Best girl slash
不
use.
審者だと答えるやつはいない大丈夫。それでは質問の仕方を変えて、あなたは不審者さんではない人でしょうか？
Flexible thinking isn't your strong suit, clearly. Never mind, what does it mean want with me?
ですから私はあなたが怪しい人かどうかを確認しています。
Wait, the second time today I've heard that pickup
それ
line.
はおめでとうございます。それであなたは不審者さんではない人なんでしょうか？
You said you have Grisaia girls as emotes? Oh, I didn't even realize. You're a lot tougher than you look, maid.
小峰さん、ちょうどよかった。こちらが今度転入することになった風見くんよ。
Yeah, I have. I saw the mochi.
音量の
Right here in sound. Don't worry. They're all in the sound. They're all here. So I have seen the other ones. At this point, having noticed their voices, the principal calls out to the girl. Seems the maid culminate all along.
やっぱりあなたが転入生さんだったんですね。
I'm Kazumi Yuji. Good to meet you.
はい、こちらこそよろしくお願いします。
I don't think you've introduced yourself.
すみません。下の名前はサチです。よろしくお願いします。
And this time nothing but the first name. I thought earlier the other two, but you're certainly gathered some unique elites here.
学生の個性を伸ばすのが学園の役目だから。
You mean that she's a student too?
小峰さんはこの学園の1年生よ。あなたには小峰さんが教壇に立つような年
It's
に
not
見
really
え
my
た。
point of confusion here. In uniform creates certain preconceptions. For example, if I see a girl wearing bunny ears at a bar, I don't ask what she's done with her Bible.
小峰さんは
Hey!
メイド服でいることが多いから。
What the bunny girls got to do with the Bible, buddy? It's not an explanation.
確かにそうね。それじゃあ小峰さん、説明してあげて。わかりました。私はクラス委員を任されている関係で、よく先生方のお手伝いや雑用をお願いされることが多いのですが、なんだかメイドさんみたいだねという話から、ちょっとメイド服着てみなよと促され、実際着てみたらやっぱり似合うから、なるべく普段から着た方がいいよと提案されたので、なるべく普段からメイド服を着るように心がけています。
I see you're a devoted one. The fallen bunny girl's sister could learn a thing or two from you.
はい、ありがとうございます。
It's really intending that to be a compliment, but there's no point in telling her that.
じゃあここからは彼女に案内してもらって、その方が話もできていいでしょう。
No objection.
それじゃあ小峰さん、あとはお願いね。わかりました。それではまず1階から案内していきますね。
Yeah, if you would. Maid slowly begins to walk, but quickly comes to a stop in front of the management room. Not dead, she's staring at me with an expression that clearly indicates she has something to say. What's wrong, you need something?
あなたのことを何とお呼びしたらいいのか聞き忘れていました。
Address me as King Coxta. Come to think of it, you're right.
すみません。
I like it when they call me Big Papa. Put your hands in the air if you're a true player. Oh, I didn't read that. Well, you can call me whatever you want.
それでしたらゆうくんと呼ばせていただいてもよろしいでしょうか。
We've gotten pretty familiar all of a sudden. You've been drinking? I wish, Big Papa Buddy. Excuse me for having fun,
という
Felix.
のはいかがでしょう。
You know, maybe I'm just happy I actually have a job now. I did my orientation today, guys. And it was so boring. Because it was just going over shit, you know, going over like rules and like, what does this mean? What is this policy? What is this policy? And then I had to do this like, California implemented this thing where you like, have to do this online course to get your certificate against sexual harassment. Congrats on the job. Thank you. We all know Sachi's best girl. I saw. Congrats again, then. Thank you. Everyone praise her. Everyone praise me. I'm the one who got a job. Sure. Anyway, I'll call you Sachi.
Sachi.
My bad. Would Sachi-man be better?
サチで構いませんよ。
Very swearing. Thank you. California got some wild privacy laws. I don't know what privacy laws you're talking about. What are they wild about? Her expression didn't change in the slightest, but her eyes at the moment she spoke those words had the strange forcefulness. That's so. Alright, Sachi, best regards of all that.
はい。
Judging from her smile, it seems she doesn't dislike being called Sachi.
それでは早速なのですが、寮に入って最初に見えるこの部屋が風見さんのお部屋になります。
Nameplate says it's the management room now.
学園長さんのお話では、風見さんには寮長を兼ねてこの部屋に住んでほしいとのことでしたけど。
In other words, she wants me to play the prison guard. Well, at the very least, the 3 out of 6 students living in the dorms are females. Probably be prudent to have a room as far as possible from there to avoid potential trouble. They're really strict with customer-patient data. Oh, cool. Is that good or bad? I don't know. Mind if I take a look inside?
はい。これが部屋の鍵です。どうぞ。
Mochi, I can't wait for you to play Umineko one day, just so I can know how you rate people, because there's a character in there that I racked up the hate counter for, like, so much. Like, you don't know how much I hated this character. Like, it was crazy how much I hated him. Oops, I spoiled it was a guy. Good for the people of Cali, but pain in the ass for any company that deals with them. Ooh. Well, other people gotta get their privacy laws up. When I open the door with the key she hands me, a prominently placed set of kitchen and household goods catches my eye. Seem to be in good shape, and I can confirm with a glance that the room itself will be a more than adequate living environment given my needs.
この寮のすべての部屋には火災報知器が1つと2つのスプリンクラーが設置されています。
Got it. Seems to guess my thoughts from the direction of my gaze. Oh my god, if she's psychic, she's me.
ここは1畳半ほどのウォークインクローゼットになっていると聞いています。
A little test. Focus my eyes on a different point in adventure. She provides an explanation the same way. Although she's a little off in some departments, she seems to be pretty sharp in other respects. She's feeling like a me character. I see. Looks like there won't be any problem, but I don't know her well enough. If he's anything like Daro, I'll probably hate him too. He's nothing like Daro. Well, I mean, I can't spoil anything. There's only one thing that they might have in common. So, anyways, as I speak, I twist the faucet over the sink. Was someone using this room before I came?
いいえ、少なくとも4ヶ月は誰も使っていなかったはずですが。
Water's pretty clear considering.
まあ、建物自体新しいですし、風見さんがいらっしゃる前はこの部屋を倉庫代わりに使用することもあったので、私も時々お掃除の時にバケツの水を汲むために使っていましたから。
I see. Toast the faucet to stop the water, drop the luggage I've been carrying on the spot, and promptly leave the room.
それから玄関を入って正面のスペースはみんなの共有の場所になっています。
Standard student dorm community space, is it?
はい。マキちゃんやアマネさんなんかはよくここで過ごしていますよ。
That's so. Well, I haven't heard those names before. They must be other students.
それから 風見さんの部屋の隣はボイラー室。その正面が階段で、その奥には4つの部屋があって、階段の隣の3号室が私の部屋になります。
Heard there are 11 rooms in total. Any reason why you pick one on the first floor?
それは私の名前がサチなので、
Aww.
さっちゃんなら3号室でしょ。
Sachi? 3? Oh, room 3? Sachi? Oh, that's cute. I get the idea.
ここが2階です。2階は基本的に部屋のみの構造となっていて、私以外の学生さんは全員この階に住んでいます。はい、7号室と9号室は現在空き部屋になっています。3階はこの大浴場をはじめとした戦闘的な構造になっています。階段の反対側にはコインランドリーや物干しスペースもあるので、必要な時に利用してくださ
If you
い。
have potential to join the Sachi call.
もし洗濯自体が苦手なようでしたら、私に言っていただければ代行しますので。
Wouldn't taking care of someone else's chores be a nuisance?
クラス委員ですから。
Alright, I'll keep that offer in mind.
はい、
The reason to refuse outright when the offer is delivered with such an earnest smile. By the way, can we use the grand bathroom as we please?
はい、清掃は専門の業者さんが定期的にやってくれているので、清掃中以外は24時間利用可能です。ただ、男湯と女湯に分かれているわけではないので、風見さんが入浴する際は入り口にこの札をかけるようにしてください。
Or she speaks, she hands me a card that reads unused male bathing. Sure, I think I might take advantage of it pretty often. The view up here is pretty nice.
そうですね。周りには校舎の他に高い建物もな
Are
い
you
で
gonna
すし、
read the bad
ガ
end
ラスの
bunny?
透過率も 75% ですから、
I don't know,
来年
I'm
の
just
沈む様子を
gonna...
眺めることもできますよ。
The way I play all visual novels is I just go with my gut choices first and see what route I get. And then after that, then I usually follow a guide. So we'll see. Are the bad ends worth it? Because some games it's just boring. Ocean view, huh? Not bad.
ご希望ならすぐに入ることもできますけど。
As she speaks, I notice her hand is already holding a towel and change of clothes in her hand. You're pretty well prepared.
この大浴場を見た大体の人はすぐに入ってみたくなるみたいなので。
I see the fruit of your experience, is it? What's wrong?
風見さんのための着替えではなく、私の着替え
They're
を持って
almost
きて
all
しま
pretty
いま
quick.
した。
Well, we'll have to see. Just to demonstrate, the female underwear slipped out from amongst the clothes in Sachi's hand. This a declaration that you want to bathe together?
いえ、そのつもりはありませんでした。すみません。
I really don't think there's anything to apologize for.
ありがとうございます。では、これで寮の案内は終わりになりますが、何か質問はありますか？
No walkthrough needed in this game. Well, if I want to do certain routes, don't I need it? I don't know. Let's see, can I ask about something other than the dorm? Oh, Hantome! Thank you for following and welcome! I hope you're doing well.
私に答えられることでしたら。
In that case, let's hear your 3 sizes, Sachi.
はい。上から82、
What? She really answered him?
83です。
Oh, redeem Thailand emote. Oh, hello! What emote is that? Let me hover over it. Oh, Handsome Bite? Bite! At the moment, is there a specific man you're going out with?
いません。
Your experience with men to date?
ありません。
I know I'm not asking you these questions, but I'm answering them so politely. Would that also be because you're the class representative? You're just getting straight to the point. You'll see what I mean when you get at the common route. Okay.
クラス委員はみんなの役に立ってこそのクラス委員ですから。
With an admirable devotion to customer service.
ありがとうございます。他に質問はありますか？
Nothing comes to mind.
わかりました。もし他に聞きたいことができたら 部屋にある内線電話で3番を押してください。
Got
それでは
it.
私はこれで失礼しますね。
With that note of farewell, Sachi bows like a genuine housemaid and starts to turn away. Ah, Sachi. Thanks for the tour, I appreciate it.
はい。
The class representatives these days seem to be surprisingly tough-willed. I think she's a little too calm to be me. I'm a little bit more uppity, like me and Mairi, you know what I mean? Me and Mairi are a little bit more uppity than that. After Sachi's tour, or Shion's even more uppity. I assume I came in on Mochi's raid, who I should also follow, had been lurking all day while working. Oh, you must have! Yes, Mochi did raid me, but welcome, I appreciate the follow. Me and Mochi actually play Amori together on Mondays, right? On Mondays, so if you are interested in that, it's on this channel. So if you're looking for more Mochi time, you can get that on Monday. I think it's Monday. After Sachi's tour ended, I took another look around the interior of the building on my own. By the time I returned to my room, the sun's already low in the sky and the light is growing dim. Probably put the stuff away before it gets dark. Opening my backpack, I pull out the contents and begin to put away the shelves I've been provided with. It's a real help that I've got a closet. Also possibly some Mario Party 5. True, and some Sonic. That's true. Things I can leave in a visible place. Things to be stowed away in the back. Dividing my possessions between the two, the latter are clearly more numerous. Normal, huh? Looking over the mountain of luggage, I mutter in self-deprecating tone. As I work, the sun sinks leisurely into the sea. Oh, here we go. Oh, 4:45. At my usual time, 4:45 a.m., I woke up in my usual way and ran the course I'd marked on mentally on my way here. Were you able to install Mario Party from the link I sent you? Mochi, you expect way too much of me. I'm a procrastinator. You should ask me again on Sunday if I've done it. To tell the truth, when I was stopped by the policeman yesterday, it was because I'd been wandering back and forth in the same place. I'd been planning out a possible marathon route, in other words. Woke at the usual time, ran to the usual time, and now I'm eating the usual breakfast menu. No different from the days when I was living together with my master in the mountains, my standard tempo of living. There's a difference, it's limited to the slight surprise I felt when I opened my eyes and found a roof over my head. Well, it's all good, just thought I'd check. Yeah, oh no, no problem. Yeah, my bad. That's just how I am. I'm a little Garfield, I'm very lazy. But also I've been busy, you know, with my new job and getting ready for that, and I had a different interview the other day, and I have to go to the doctor tomorrow, so I have been also busy. During my hike from Yamanashi, I'd gotten used to sleeping in the open. Played a bit of Honkai and stream day myself and made it to the ice planet. Nice! Well, good job. Are you liking it so far? So when I woke up inside a room, there was a slight feeling of unease as I thought, right, I'm living in a dorm now. The mild discomfort hasn't just disappeared even now as I'm eating my corn cereal. It's hard to settle down inside a new lair until it's ingrained with your son. Even so, I'll start living at this tempo every day from now on. Going to school every morning, so there's no real need to rush things. If I actively spend every day packing myself with potentially useful knowledge, someday this sort of lifestyle might come naturally to me. Effort strikes me as little as troublesome, but as my master once told me, when it comes to your life and your woman, a little bit of trouble is just about right. Oh my god. Gosh, thanks. Speaking of women, they're a simple bunch, but that doesn't make them any less difficult to handle. I learned that much from my first year living with my master. My master's words, when you're a brat, running fast is enough to make you popular. You're a middle schooler, the guys who can fight will be popular. After that's the guys with brains who get the girls. In other words, run, punch, and read books and you'll never run dry. What do you think? Short and sweet, right? Pretty alright so far. I fucking hate those centaur MFs. But it's been good so far. I just wish it was easier to get stuff to do pulls. My little gotcha demon can't get that scratch. Yeah, I understand that. I kinda... You know, yeah. But they give out free stuff sometimes. That was her theory, at least. Things she said were always ridiculously simplistic. Honestly, I ignored these words with a snore the first time I heard them, but my master was a woman who put her beliefs into practice. I didn't expect her master to be a woman, or his master. That's so funny. Every morning she made me run, and every day she hit me with a stack of books. Although I don't know if she's to blame, I still run 16 kilometers every morning and habitually read books whenever I have free time. Sometimes she was harsh, sometimes she was sweet. She would be a bit abrasive, overpowering aura at times, but every once in a while she could go gentle, and I thought that my brain would melt out my ears. So my master, a woman with a sizable build who's nonetheless very picky about the little things. Had a hard time dealing with large women ever since those days, but being aware of that fact doesn't mean I can fix it. It's not that I dislike them on a conscious level, but whenever I see a tall woman, I can't help but feel wary out of pure instinct. If you ask why I'm bringing this up all of a sudden, well, that would be because I've just reminded that there's a large woman at this school as well. 1 second.
そんなに強くしたらダメなの
Let me get some food. Why did it have to go quiet? Why can't there be music playing? God damn it. I'm almost done, guys. Give me like 30 seconds. Here, I'll click.
ほら逃げるなじっとしてなさいよもうつかラメって言うの
Aw, cute! Okay, sorry. Thank you for waiting. Because if there was, we wouldn't be able to hear your microwave sound. Not me microwave! Since this place is a student dormitory, it's of course only natural that a community of students would already be living here, and it's entirely probable that they have their rules I don't know yet. Also, I'm a country hick, fresh from the rural areas of Yamanashi, and it goes without saying I'm poorly versed in the customs and rituals in this land. I had no way of penetrating the depths of significance that might be hiding in any action, and at a glance looks to be a simple case of bullying. What game's this? What are the rules? Their puzzled faces staring back at me are familiar. It's a little girl, big woman combo. I arbitrarily named the Cicada sisters when I first arrived to school yesterday.
誰？
Who do you think?
質問に質問を返すのはバカの証拠だって誰かが言ってたよね。
That's so. I suppose it means I'm irritatingly stupid. Please call me Mourn Boys if we've been friends for 10 years, the Cicada sisters.
セミ姉妹？
Don't pair me from the gate yesterday. One of you was swinging a cicada around, the other was shrieking, if I remember correctly.
変なとこ見られたな。あれはまあ、なんだ、その、忘れて。
I'll see what I can do.
あ、ねえ、もしかして今日転入してくる学生って君？
Oh, you know what I should do? You know what I should do? I should have the ramen because I'm eating ramen. Where is it? Oh, I didn't do that. Oh god. Alright, fuck this hand. Okay. Yeah. Kazami Yuji, nice to meet you. Thrust my right out my right hand. The tall girl in front of me doesn't show any signs of grasping it. She's stiffened on the spot, staring fixedly at my face. Looks as if she's forgotten to breathe. Something wrong?
そうか、握手か。ごめんごめん。
Her frozen expression suddenly melts and she lightly shakes my hand. It's an unexpectedly small but decidedly cold hand.
風見裕二？裕二くんか。なるほどね。私は周防天音。はじめまして、裕二くん。あ、ほら、マキナ。あんたも自己紹介は？Why do I？ 別に噛みつきゃしないわよ。名前は？マキナ。イリス・マキナ。
Iris Machina? Iris is a Greek god name. Isn't that Machina a Latin word? Literally translated means something like Mecha Rainbow Goddess. What country are you from?
耳で聞くと確かにそう聞こえるかもしれないけど、漢字で書くと入り江の入りに巣鴨の巣、種まきの巻にナッパの名でイリス・マキナ。日本人だよ。
Wasn't you speaking English just now?
この子言語やがちょっとね。それに親の都合で6歳まで海外を飛び回ってたから。
I see. Well, good to meet you. Staring at my outstretched hand in silence, she clings to Mone's back as if trying to hide herself. What's wrong?
ごめん。この子人見知りが激しいっていうか、男の子に慣れてないのよ。病院生活が長かったってのもあって、同世代の男の子が珍しいっていうか、どう接すればいいのかわ
She's
から
been
ない
in
み
the
たいなの
hospital.
よね。
Poor thing. Draw the hand I've been holding out towards Machina. There's no need to force her to deal with me in the first place, I guess.
いいのよ。そうやって甘やかすといつまで経ってもこのままなんだから。ほらマキナ、握手は？じゃないわよ。ちゃんと挨拶できない子はおやつあげないわよ。
Is don't getting snacks supposed to be an effective threat in this day and age, or so I thought? Hearing those words, she bites her lip tightly and extends her right hand towards me with a strained expression. Gently clasp her small hand and put on the natural-looking fake smile I learned from my master. I'm Kasami Yuji. Good to meet you.
イリスマキナです。よろしく。
Mochi's favorite is okay the screen. Huh? Her voice is small and marked by the distinct lisp. Her hand is as tiny as her body and it's hot like that of a child.
ねえ、怖くないでしょ。挨拶だけじゃなくて、他に何かお話ししたいことは？好きな動物は何ですか？
Mochi's favorite is on the screen. Oh. I like dogs. What about it?
答えてから質問するのね。
Not really the indecisive sort. I don't hesitate on wanting to come up with an answer, and more so when I have an important decision to make. Compared to failing without even trying, I'd rather take action, even at the risk of a mistake.
おお、かっこいい。
Are you mocking me?
まさか。なんでだろうね。
For answering a question without an answer is a sign of stupidity.
あらそう。じゃあきっと私はバカなのね。これからは10年来の友達のようにバカねと呼んでちょうだい。
I think I relate to Amane more. She reminds me of Shion a little bit. Got it, moron girl.
今はまだ笑ってるけど、次呼んだら怒るよ。
What a troublesome woman. Woman.
あれ、もう行っちゃうの？
I don't feel like being late on my first day.
授業が始まるまでまだ1時間はあるわよ。
I'm just still waiting. I'll kill time sightseeing over there or something. Machina.
それが悪いとは言わないけど、変わってるね。
Get that a lot. We'll see you in class.
あ、ユージくん、ちょっと待って。
What?
私からも一つ質問していいかな？
If it's something I can answer.
ごめん、やっぱいいや。
Shell isn't a gold, I do not like the little gremlin that is Machina. Well, I like her, so back off, bitch. You got something to say, spit it out. No need to hold back.
また後で聞くわ。もう少し考えをまとめてから。
I see. I don't understand. Sorry. My ramen's so spicy, I cough about it. Don't understand the thoughts, patterns of large women. My master will probably say, if you don't understand by now, you never will. But my own thoughts are more along the lines of, even if I could understand, why bother? Well then, having said that to Amane, I confronted with the fact that there are no sights of particular worth seeing here. It's easily an hour to the start of class. I'm obviously woken up too early. It was still better than being late, I guess. Might as well wait in the classroom. I have to remember those words just so I begin walking down the hallway. What the? I'm making my way towards the classroom the principal had described yesterday. I hear something resembling a scream. No, not a scream exactly. The hell? Although it doesn't seem to be an emergency situation, I'm certainly a bit concerned by this sound. It's dramatically out of place in the otherwise quiet morning schoolhouse. For the time being, I decide to approach. Me too, girl. When I peer in sight through the hallway mirror, I find a single woman shouting in the direction of the blackboard. Judging from the fact she's wearing a uniform, I think that she's a student here like Sachi, Amane, and Makina. Apparently oblivious to my presence, she continues her routine.
ウォーミングアップ終わり。じゃあ次。せーの。あえいうえおあおあえいうえおあおあえいうえおあお。
Period, girl. All in one breath, she firmly lets loose a string of syllables familiar to a vocal tuning exercise.
よーし、一息で言えた。いいぞ私。いや、私。私の言うことが聞けないっていうの？なんか違うな。こんなんじゃ全然ダメだ。5本。私の言うことが聞けないっていうの？今のは良かったと思う。じゃあ次。あんたのためにやってるんじゃないんだからね。
Staring at the memo pad in her hand, she awkwardly but forcefully rattles off phrases one after the other. Seems like it'd be best to ask her what she's doing directly. This is the broadcasting class? In response to my question, or more likely my entrance, the woman leaps up in shock and draws back a good 3 meters. Desks and chairs clatter dramatically in her wake. Now, I might have been hasty to assume this place from the vocal exercise. The drama club seems plausible as well. Seem to be saying some kind of lines.
誰ですか？じゃなくて、誰なの？
Just as I'm getting ready to rephrase my question, the woman preempts me with her own. Me? Zami Yuji, I'll be transferring here today.
転校生？この学校に？
Yeah. Ow, I got my lips stuck in my tray. Nodding, I walk a few steps forward and stand in front of the woman. So if you're doing some sort of rehearsal after all, sorry if I interrupted.
演技なんかしてない。強っす。だから何の遠慮もしなくていいの。いや、遠慮しなさい。
Which is it?
いいからそこに座りなさいよ。
I don't quite follow, but if I start asking questions, she'll probably get even noisier, so I choose the path of least resistance.
慌てない。転校生なんだから、ファーストコンタクトがとても大事よ。頑張りなさい、ミチェル。
I flop down on a chair, and the woman mutters to herself in a low, perfectly audible voice.
私は松島ミチェル。よろしくね。
Contrast, she delivers her self-introduction with an artificial brightness. That's so initials MM, huh?
そうよ。だからってド M ってわけじゃないんだからね。
Nobody said anything remotely like
あ、
that.
ごめんなさい。じゃない。そう聞きそうに見えたのよ。
Do you want to be called a masochist that badly?
したくないわよ。なんでそうなるの？
Quite an energetic woman. She drops the subject and forges boldly on ahead.
そう。私はこのクラスで委員長的なことをしているわ。だから何か困ったことがあったら、私に相談してもいいのよ。
What does this sort of mean?
それは委員長は他にいるからよ。その辺融通は聞かせなさいよ。
Fair enough.
妙に物分かりがいいわね。まあいいわ。
No one's voice suddenly grows
前も
quieter.
って聞いておくけど、あなたは冗談が通じる方？
I can call myself an enthusiast.
聞いておいてよかった。
Clears her throat effectively.
じゃああなたは私のことを特別に名前で呼んでいいことにするわ。本当なら様付けで呼ばなきゃいけないんだけど、許してあげる。やっぱなんかまずいこと言っちゃったかな。テンプルではこれでいいはずなんだけど、やっぱり様付けとか言わない方が良かったのかも。もうその辺の。 もう一回やり直
I'm gonna call you Michiru, yes.
そうよ、それでいいの、それで
She looks at herself and nods empathetically, apparently satisfied with this result. Then she takes a colorful wafer of some sort out of a small container and crunches down on it vigorously. What are you eating?
あげないわよ
I wasn't asking, I was wondering what they were.
ただのラムネ菓子よそれがどうかしたの
That's so from the way you're showing them off, I was pretty sure you wanted me to ask.
うるさいわねあんたに見せるためにやったんじゃないわよあ、なんか今のうまくいった多分今のそうよね結構良かったよね
I got a strange sense of deja vu from her phrasing just now. What was it? One of those long advertisements they put inside trains? Since I don't ride them often, the few I've seen stand out in my memory. Right, reprinted idiotic article from a woman's magazine about how to make men fall for you. Purposely treat them coldly at first in order to create a contrast from your affection when you make your move.
何いきなり考え込んでるのよこういう時は
I think she's cute, but she's definitely not my favorite.
私の美しさにぼーっとなっちゃう気持ちもってそれってなんか違うキャラよねそうじゃなくてその
So you're supposed to be a tsundere?
違うわよいや違うそうなんだけどって嘘いきなり言っちゃうわけそれ
Miku covers her mouth with her left hand and staggers backwards in apparent shock. Her reaction is a bit puzzling, but I think can probably hit the bullseye. See, I think I understand. You're playing a tsundere in an attempt to attract male attention, yes? Just some points I don't clear out, like that hair. Why are you bleaching it?
これは地毛よ地毛
Please, a genuine blonde and more natural tone. Not the artificial looking gold color. I've known a few.
うるさいわねヘアマニキュアでいい色合いのがなかったのよ
That's so. Next time I visit America, remind me to pick up some better hair dye. So as I was saying, why bleach it? And that hairstyle is a little odd too. It's not one I see often.
そう決まってるんだから仕方ないで
The
す
way it has to be?
ツンデレには呪いがあるのよ
Michiru begins to mumble her words under her breath as if enumerating the curse's power.
私は地の髪の色が濃いからブリーチかけても1日放っておかないとダメだし市販のだと皮膚が荒れちゃうから豊橋のメーカーが作ってるのをわざわざネットで取り寄せてるし正直面倒くさいわよ
That she is described to the tsundere curse in the first person seems a bit strange, but pointing that out would only prolong this, so I leave it be.
でも金髪でツインテールでそうじゃないと本当のツンデレとは認めてもらえないだけど私を出すにはこれしかないのだからそれは否定しちゃいけないのよ
Michiru jabs out an inner finger in my direction
ツン
and
デレは金髪ツインテールなの勝ったいや分かれ
she runs out of breath and grins now. The curtain finally drops on her one-woman show. The echoing of her ragged breathing is the only sound in the otherwise silent classroom. Exactly 30 seconds
なんで
pass.
無言なのよ
It's been tough. It's tough being a tsundere, got it. I'm not sure if that wasn't what she was looking for, or if she's just lost a little gone, but she glares at me while emitting a sound reminiscent of a malfunctioning industrial machine. Anyway, let's get along, Michiru.
よろしくないわよあんた一人でよろしくすればいいじゃない
Yeah, it goes without saying. How do y'all decide on my own?
ここはセオリー通りにちゃんと戸惑ってよバカ
Really isn't easy being a tsundere, is it?
もういい帰れ
Finally breaking down, she begins flinging waste paper, permanent markers, and anything else lying around in my direction in an attempt to drive me off. Are you crying? Sorry, my
泣
bad.
いてないバカ
Attempted apology seemed to have only fueled her anger, so in the end I decided temporary withdrawals in fact called for. Class is starting in another 15 minutes, but it should be fine. I'll just kill some time somewhere.
おはようおはようございます
5 minutes before the start of class, practically the moment after I ran out of the classroom, Amane and Sashi arrived. Tsundere from earlier was looking at me with naked aggression, noticing the arrival of the others.
おはようあまねサチ
During the performance in question, she confidently called out to them.
おはようございます、みちる様。
When the internet greeting is returned, she runs over noticingly and shakes her hands in front of Sachi.
どうかしたんですか？サチ、あんたそれやめてって言ったでしょ。みちる様っての。でもこれはみちるさんが絶対にそう呼べって言ったから。だからあれはその冗談で。一度物理フォーマットしてもう一回入れ直せない？ね。
Michiru, while glancing over in my direction for some reason, desperately entreats Sachi. Mane, on leaning on the desk, seems to be occupying and trying to hold in laughter.
そんな絶対って言ったから。だから私。泣かないで。とりあえず今だけこれ命令。はい、泣きません。
The instant she speaks, Sachi's tears abruptly vanish as if someone threw a switch. She watches her cautiously, sweating heavily.
わかったわよ。特に何も規制とかしないから好きに呼べ。はい、みちる様。
Michiru staggers her way back to her seat, with all the vitality of a limp rag. Feeling alright, Michiru-sama?
殺すわよ。
I just want to give it a try. Flops weakly under her desk. Makina's lisping voice sounds from the rear of the classroom. Seems like she may not be used to my presence yet, judging from the way she beelines straight for Amane and hides herself behind her. Steals glimpses at me.
おはよう。あんたの人見知りというか男見知りは本当に筋金入りね。マキナ、大丈夫よ。ちょっとムカつくとこもあるけど、こいつはそんな危ない人間じゃなさそう。
Appreciate it, Michiru.
別にあんたのためにしたわけじゃないわよ。決まった。今のは綺麗に決まった。
Keep up the good work. Work from the large woman, this bunch means to present quite a variety of communication difficulties. Nothing but fantastically normal students here, principal.
おはよ
The perfectly normal principal appears before my eyes. Wait a second, there's only 4. After we arrived at the beginning of the school day, I noticed the difference between the information I heard
う。
yesterday.
みんな揃ってるわね。ってわけでもないか。
Standing at the podium, the principal noticed the irregularity at a glance.
榊さんは今日はお休みかしら。
Chen seems to be asking if anyone's familiar with
今
the
日も条約
circumstances.
出勤じゃないかしら。ここんとこずっとそうだし。確かに最近は夕方からしか来なくなっちゃったわね。ふみちゃんどうしたのかな。何かあったんでしょうか。
Really, I'm not the only one questions about our lunch ride.
まあいいわ。風見くんの紹介もしたかったけど、そのうちに会えるでしょ。
Strangely
ちょっ
tolerant.
といろいろとあってね。じゃあ出席を取ります。
Open window, the sun and the tide flows into the room. Perhaps because of the walls and the steel fence surrounding us on all sides, it's not always easy to remember that this place is in fact close to the sea. Contrast to the breeze and the blue sky's imitations of freedom, the gray of those jutting fences speaks of denial and rejection. Huh? When my classmates raise their voices energetically, I pass the time staring into the sky. Typical life, huh?
ここが視聴覚教室です。
I'm
すべて
gonna
の席
save
に
here.
リスニングとヒアリングの機材が揃えられていて、語学学習にも適しています。
What am I heating up? Ramen. Okay, I am back, guys. Sorry. Wait, why am I up here? There we go. Okay, I thought I had ramen today. Spicy pulled pork. I wanted to put it. It wasn't for yet, so I wait till tomorrow. Oh, okay, nice.
続けちゃう？ここが視聴覚教室です。すべての席にリスニングとヒアリングの機材が揃えられていて、語学学習にも適しています。
Looks that way. But no, from a glance at this place is well equipped. Near the time after homeroom period, I'm reading a small introduction to the school's facilities from Sachi. Normally this would be the principal's job, but she seems to be occupied with the official duties, so I end up getting a tour from our class rep.
ライブラリはすべて外部にあるサーバーと高速回線でつながっていて、いつでも短時間で検索し鑑賞することができます。だからここには DVD とかブルーレイとかは一本もないんです。
It would be checking a movie out impossible, I guess.
そうですね。あまねさんはそれで前に残念がってました。
Sachi smiles a bit wryly as she speaks. Most of the stuff is probably in that pamphlet somewhere, but Sachi's expressions are comparatively to the point, clear and easy to understand. Seems she's actually quite intelligent.
過去に放送されたテレビ番組も全部ではありませんが鑑賞することができます。ないものについては請求して承認されればサーバーに入れてもらえますので。
Looks like they weren't that sloppy on the casting after all.
何のドラマの話ですか？
School drama is truly being broadcast.
以上になります。
Having completed a general review of the school's facilities, Sachi's explanation comes to an end. Thanks is a big help.
いえ、これもクラス委員の仕事ですから。
I'm drunk. Ahem. I guess so.
それより風見さんはまだここに残るんですか？
Yeah, there's still a classmate I haven't met yet after all.
そうですね。
Hearing my response, Sachi's brisk tone gives way to a hesitant mumble. I wonder who it is.
音量の設定しちゃう？
It's Michiru, right? Or no, we met Michiru. Who the fuck is it?
音量の設定しちゃう？
This girl. JB. Or is it Yumiko? I don't remember. I don't know. What?
いえ、なんでもないです。すみません。
After a brisk bow, she quickly runs off down the hallway. Did I trigger a death flag just now? Uh-oh. I don't think there's a single person in the world who wouldn't worry after that kind of ominous foreshadowing. Well, it might have been an overstatement. There are some pretty carefree people out there. I'm just not one of them. Seems like it would be best to be on my guard, or more so than usual. The light flooding through the windows has shifted from overhead to my side. Which round are you going first? Holy shit, what triggered the stupid counter? It was Sunohara being a stupid misogynist. Oh no, it wasn't. Actually, it was the main guy who pissed me off. Just kidding. What route are you going on? I'm going on my gut route. I'm not using a guide. Won't be that long until the sun sets. After parting from Sachi, I walked the empty hallway alone. My surroundings are very nearly soundless thanks to my habitually quiet footsteps. Heart route? However, inside the stillness, excuse me, sense a definite presence of my destination. She finally showed up. Hear a faint sound from the interior of the previously silent classroom. That confirmation, I slowly opened the door. Mommy. When I enter the classroom, tension fills the air. Behind a window seat desk is the middle of the classroom. The chair rattles and as its occupant turns to face me. Wasn't sure if you chose one yet? Nope. Yumiko. My immediate impression of the girl, she doesn't appear particularly friendly. Yo. I might not be the most polite first greeting. I call out casually as I approach in order to demonstrate my lack of malicious intent. Sakaki Yumiko, right? Her expression doesn't change. Sitting on the chair, absolutely stock still, as she stares fixedly on me. I'm Kazami Yuji. I'm a student here today. Come to a halt in front of her desk. So I'll be her classmate as well, it seems. Pulling out a chair from the desk in front of her, I sit down. The moment we're about a meter apart. Nonetheless, the woman stares at me so intensely that she seems to be forgetting to breathe. Rather than staring, her expression could probably be more accurately described as glaring. I wasn't able to introduce myself in the morning. Heard you'd probably be around in the evening. Cheese. Hold on. I'm choking. Sachi's my goat, but I love Yumiko. Maybe she's got a psychological problem with men, like Makina. Then again, she didn't try to run when I approached her. Turned my position on the seat and faced her directly, straddling the chair, leaning forward slightly. Motion has closed the 1 meter gap between us down to about 70 centimeters. I like to at least confirm my identity. Hey, as if to declare refusal to acknowledge my existence, the woman stands up from her seat and briskly moves to the end of the classroom. How about he's responding to me? I follow her immediately. The woman opens the classroom room door just enough for one person to pass her as I slip away outside. Hey, calling out her again, I try to follow her through the gap. The moment the woman forcefully slams the door shut, she clearly closed it, knowing full well I was there to follow. Her expression betrays surprise. Maybe she'd been expecting me to get my hand caught in the door or back off from having it slammed in my face. Instead, the door she's attempting to slide closed is firmly held open by my hand, an outcome she apparently hadn't been prepared for. You could have broken my hand, you know that? Though she's the one who's trying to shatter my fingers, she's glaring at me like I'm the bad guy here. Well, you are kind of harassing her, honey. What exactly did I do to deserve this from someone I just met? Bitch. Leave that queen alone. I'm just looking for an introduction. Open the app door shut, take a step forward. Doesn't back down. Quite the greeting. Drop the motion of her hand about 5 centimeters before its target. It isn't the most efficient block, but for the purpose of diffusing her reckless hostility, an easy, comprehensible action seems necessary. I was expecting something of the sort, but you favor the classic slap to the face, I see. Maintaining my grasp on the woman's wrist, I stare her down short range. As for the woman, she's staring back, her eyes open and wide with shock, completely still. Well then, let me ask you again. Strong orange glow of the evening sun illuminates the classroom. Are you Sakaki Yumiko? Her expression is hostile as ever, and the woman slowly opens her mouth. An air of slight resignation, but clearly unwavering in her refusal of any relation makes you speak. Okay, good to meet you. As the evening sun fell behind a cloud, its light dimmed, and the classroom filled with shadow. With the sound of Yumiko's breath and the faint roar of the waves from beyond the walls, the curtain raised on my normal student life. Wait, I know there wasn't enough time. I wanted to see their zodiac sign. What do you mean? I didn't see any English. Le fruit de la Grisaia. Or like you can't see the movie. Oh, what do you mean? You guys couldn't see that? I could see it. I'm playing for you, we didn't say anything about widescreen. Oh, I could see it. I mean, it's just the characters. You guys didn't miss much. Here are the school days before class begins is fundamentally blank, meaningless time. They say it's always best to arrive 20 minutes early, but preparing for a class takes 60 seconds at most. After that, there's not much to do other than wander around awkwardly. So I've always imagined school life as a fairly relaxed experience. Part of me is actually wondering if it was a little aimless downtime might be enjoyable in its way, but unfortunately... What again? A slightly pitiful fantasy was shattered all too quickly. Of course, I'm not going to break a sweat from any attack of Yumiko's. Being slashed out with a blade isn't the kind of pleasant breather I had in mind.
なんで今のが避けられるの？
I guess she had thought it was a particularly well-timed attack, judging from the shocked rays that she's directing at me as she catches her breath. Of course, given this conspicuous clicking sound and her painfully audible footsteps, you might as well be screaming, "Here I come," but time is a half stage from my immediate vicinity. Giving a straight answer would be a pain, so I pull something out of my ass.
嘘。
Yeah, I'm just screwing with you.
バカにしたわね。許せない。
Maybe it's just me, but I think trying to stab her classmate is somewhat worse.
事実としてそうなってないんだから無罪よ。
One's copy of the criminal code seems to be missing on the page of attempted murder. Judging from the way she momentarily bought my nonsense, she's unexpectedly airheaded. Maybe a bit naive would be a nicer way to put it.
覚えてなさい。
There's only 6 of us here, it'd be hard to forget.
またバカにした。そういうことじゃないわよ。
So glaring in my direction, she retracts the blade of a rock sounder. In shortening displeasure, it leaves with a flutter of her skirt.
ユージ君もやってきて早々災難ね。
When I return to the classroom, Amane strikes up a conversation. I guess the story of the knife assault unquestioned has already spread around the classroom, as my problem with Yumiko seems to be common knowledge. It's not like she's doing any harm, I can't say I'm enjoying this. Our first encounter, I approached the sternly silent Yumiko in the physical sense. The outcome was her initial act of rejection. In part, that might have been the result of my own heightened wariness. Her heavy-handed foreshadowing put me on guard, and I have a tendency not to trust someone if I'm meeting for the first time. And at that time, while I certainly felt animosity from her, it wasn't so intense to discourage me from approaching. However, from our second encounter on, Yumiko bared up in hostility toward me. What's worse, apparently having come to the conclusion that she wasn't a match for me beforehand, she's swinging around a box cutter of all things. According to Amane, it seems that Yumiko has something of a habit of brandishing retractable knives at people. What? Of course, her goal is usually more intimidation than anything else, but speaking as the target this time, I can sense there's a part that's seriously trying to stab me. It's not the best feeling in the world.
ライバルとして認められたってことじゃないのかな。あの子、うちらには威嚇の意味で歯を出したりはするけど、本当に切りつけたりはしないし。
I prefer to avoid that kind of recognition.
いきなり接近しようとするからよ。近寄ってわからなかった？あの子の周りに強烈に張られたバリア。
Didn't notice.
ユージ君って強そうに見えるけど、鈍感さは命取りになりそうね。
Pretty perceptive of my life's in danger, but I don't really feel that level of thought from Yumiko.
ユージ君って普通の恋愛とかがちゃんとできるの？
The master Grisaia is exceptionally unskilled in that department.
師匠？
At any rate, I want to do something about Yumiko's aggressive rejection of me. Perhaps purpose when you talk to someone familiar with their circumstance.
はいはい。ホームルームを始めるわよ。
Oh, cool, you're playing Grisaia now? Yeah, hi Cloudwinds, how are you? I guess it's just either is the only one I can ask. In conclusion, Yumiko seems to hate me with a passion.
榊さんがどうかはともかく。あなたが嫌われる理由はよくわかる。
Period, girl! Oh, let's hear it then.
じゃないわよ。事情を知っていて暇そうなのは学園長ぐらいしかいないと思ったから聞きに来たって。
I wish your glasses were gone, girl. You would be so damn cute. Also, aka Mochi Crush number 6.
わざわざ宣言して部屋に入ってくるとか何考えてるのよ。
That's what I was thinking. Was I
違うわ
wrong?
よ。一応そんなこと言われたら疑心
Oh,
暗
wait,
鬼
was
にな
that
るだ
us?
けでしょ。
Got it. In deference to your feelings, no matter how much I think you're lazing around, I'll keep quietly buried in my heart for now. Good enough? What do you want from me? Spare me the vague complaints. What's your pleasure?
だから嫌われるのよ。
What girl you like the most so far? Well, I just barely met everyone. I think I relate to the dark pink-haired girl. I think I'm attracted to the long purple hair girl. and one of the girls reminds me of Satoko, so I like her like a little sister. The one who's scared of him. Let's see, let's go to sound. I can give you a name. Right, so I think I like Yumiko the most. I relate to Amane the most. And was it Makina, who is, I think, a cutie pie? I mean, I think, you know, Michiru and Sachi are cute, but I think Michiru's cuter. Or not Michiru, excuse me. The other one is cuter. I like Yumi best as well. Do you have an idea?
で、質問の答えだけど。
Principal, cup in hand, lowers herself across from the sofa and reclining on.
榊さんはこの学園の創設以来の学生なの。
Spliced yourself in recently, right?
ほぼね。一応学園の設立は今から1年前ぐらいだから。彼女はその時からここにいるのよ。
See, what does that have to do with her rejecting me? Before responding to my question, she takes a sip of coffee from the cup in my hand. My order, I'm blind. Ooh, yikes. Bad order. Before responding to my question, she takes a sip of coffee from the cup in her hand.
自分のテリトリーに入ってくるのが怖いんでしょ。
Frightening.
そう。これまでは自分の認識できるものしかここには来なかったのに、いきなり異性の、それも得体の知れない人間が自分の近くに入り込んできた。
Principal Tachibana takes the pen in her empty hand, jabs it towards me, and emphasizes her point.
なので排除しようとしたってことじゃないかしら。
Hazing, is it a bit of bullying that comes with being a fresh recruit? But I didn't expect the same
いじ
here.
めにしてはいじめられる側が強力すぎるけどね。
Apparently unconvinced by the idea of Sakaki stealing lunch money, Principal Tachibana hides a sort of laughter behind her hand. Although it's certainly amusing considering the balance of our physical strength, I don't see how I can manage a decent student life at this rate. I'm actually honored to have provided a moment of amusement for our perpetually overworked principal. Perpetually overworked principal. Too many P's. But I came here hoping to have a path towards overcoming this challenge illuminated by your educational guidance. I'm Yumi, Amane, Makina, Sachi, Michiru.
あなた、実は私をいじめる目的でここに来たんでしょ。
Cranky from beginning to end, and ultimately the principal didn't provide me with any useful advice. This is what a school is like, so figure it out for yourself. Normal school life meant few problems like this. I do have to admit you managed to dodge the issue reasonably well with that last line. In any case, since you didn't have any clear answer for me, I was with no choice what to do, she says, and try to work on this over time. It's not really my style to go with the flow like this, but if that's a proposal of my educational guide, there's no helping it. Oh my god.
スパーリングみたいになってきたわね。
新兵を手のひらの上であしらう教官なのよさ。
You did a lot of monologue? Oh really? Ooh, no, she's got Natasha. Nice!
最初はハラハラしましたけど、こうなってくると緊張感のかけらもないですよね。どうして？
It's not drawing with the flow. Mika's attacks have been continuing without any particular
ユ
change
ー
to
ジも
date.
しっかり相手しちゃうから。
But could you quit already? However, Senpai Sensei said Miko studies hard and steadily. She is stressfully to regain her balance, resulting in a ridiculous pose and strong contrast to her usually haughty demeanor. Shiro lets out an involuntary giggle at the spectacle. Personally is pierced by Yumiko's furious glare. What a wimp! Knowing Michiru, she cowers under her desk. Yumiko stormed out of the classroom in a towering
行っ
rage.
ちゃった。このところずっとリプレイを見せられているようです。怖かった。何よあの目。相変わらず人を凍えさせるのに十分な威力を持ってるわよ。
チルチルにはきっと血の報復があるのよさ。
ちょっとやめてよマキナ。
お楽しみに。
お楽しみにじゃねえ。
Seems like this one we're very familiar by now, with the exception of Michiru. Everything's perfectly calm. Even if this little routine doesn't bother them, as a directly concerned party is problematic. Hey, Mane. In response to my call, she points to herself with her index finger, silently asking me. Like, now she approaches in her usual pointless, sexy way. Okay.
何どうしたの？
Nice to meet
榊さ
you.
んとの対戦格闘に疲れたから私の胸の中で安らぎたくなった？
Oh. Sorry, do you actually want me to treat you like a sex worker?
ユージ君がそれを望むのならそういう日があってもいいかな？
Should keep that off her mind, but that's not what I need today.
は？何なの？
You've known Yumiko for a long time, right?
そりゃ確かに多少は他の子よりかは付き合いも長いけど。
Any ideas with the reason she's rejecting me this intensely?
ごめん、わからない。ああいう子でしょ？正直、事務的なこと以外に話す機会もあまりないのよね。
I see.
ユージ君も来たことだし、これから少しずつ話とかできればとは思うけど、今は私もほぼデフォルトに近い状態なのよね。
Certainly, Yumiko hardly seems the type to open up and reveal herself to someone just because they've known of each other for a while. I guess I'll have to find a solution in myself after all. Thanks anyway, let me know if anything comes to mind. Those words, I moved to exit the classroom. If Yumiko's rejection continues to take this form, I'll have no choice but to ask the principal's advice again. At the moment, I open this door and prepare to
仲間
leave.
意識かな？
Up the sound of Mane's voice, huh?
ユージ君ってさ、よそから来た人じゃん？そういうとこ、
You're saying the same thing as the principal, huh? Does that that way to you as well, Mane?
私はそんなことないわよ。ユージ君を全力で支援しちゃうから。
It's a little hard to take that seriously given the flow of this conversation.
ユージ君のこと仲間だって思ったら戦いも終わるかもね。
Turning to the dorm, I'll wander the hallways without any particular objective. Compared to shutting myself up alone in my room, it's easier to gather my thoughts. One in the group, huh? I recall Mone's parting words. It's easy for her to say, but actually getting that island of a human to recognize me as a friend seems next to impossible. First of all, we're not even speaking terms yet. I was late already. The sun is setting below the window frame, casting shadow along the hall. It's about time for me to return to my room. Still try talking to her tomorrow. Scratch my head as I turn towards my bedroom. Sound of my slippers echoes roughly in the hallway. Yumiko might have her own set of internal rules, and she hasn't tried to attack me once while I'm inside the dorm. Although I was particularly off my guard as a result of that assumption, rather it was probably because it happened at this particular time of day. So I would reflect to myself later. Evening, a hallway in the dormitory lit by the setting sun. At the flashing of lightning, I react instinctively and grab her arm firmly. With her arm captured, her face stiffens. The box cutter, the blade still excited, rattles around at her feet, turning in circles around the handle. Time for the element of surprise. Her expression changes from shock to fear. What tips me off is I'm not wearing my peaceful face. Sorry, I came out of nowhere so I couldn't hold back. I didn't want to frighten her. Thought I could play the normal student. I wanted to convince myself that I could. Look, Yumiko. Still covering her eye, looking in her eyes and speak. I'm not your enemy. Her expression betrays her uncertainty just a moment, but just as quickly it settles back into her customary mask. It doesn't look like you're convinced of that yet, so let me say one thing. Missing her eye, I pick up the box slowly lying in front of her feet. Carefully your eyes and blade hold out to Yumiko. I won't cause you harm, and I won't pry into your business either, it's a promise. So stop this, it's pointless. Share with me and reach your own conclusions. If I'm lying, you can always try stabbing me again. Stumbling, Yumiko retreats a single step. Bye. Turning around, I return to my room. Normally, Yumiko would see such a chance to attack, but something's different now. Her elongated shadow is still in the hallway, silent except for the small sound of her breathing. During that day, her attacks came to an abrupt halt. Hopefully, I can use this as an opportunity to slightly improve our relationship. Trying to live a normal campus life, so it'd be nice to minimize the number of classmates who want me dead. Yo. As usual, to call Yumiko's behavior when we cross each other curt would be an understatement. At the very least, judging from the clearly different way she's looking at me, her observation period seems to be ongoing.
あなたに質問があるんだけど。
I'll answer, unless you want to know my weakness.
それを聞こうと思っていたのに。
What a shame. Prove something else. She usually talks to me like this. Instead of friendly chats or lunch plans, we have investigative inquiries and careful negotiations. Even so, I suppose it's considerable improvements over our outright
い
bloodshed.
つか絶対に弱点を握ってやる。
His Achilles heel is boobs, probably. The idea of social interaction between
ま
classmates.
だそうと認めたわけじゃない。
Right then. I put my hands in an exaggerated American style shrug. Good luck to you, Yumiko. I think it's time to leave for church probing.
あのね、あなた。いい加減名前で気安く呼ぶのやめてくれない？
I feel like she's hung up on that point. After those events, I've been intentionally addressing Yumiko by her first name. But my name would be a bit more appropriate here, but I have his reason for doing this. As the one who's never referred to me as anything but you.
だからといって、いきなり名前ってことはないでしょ。
So you're saying as classmates we should both use last names? Her expression clearly reads, oh crap.
なんであなたと同等の立場で呼び合わないといけないの？
So that's the starting point for building a cordial relationship?
だからといって。
Alright, in that case I'll take our friendship to the next level, making up a pleasant nickname for you. Not today, you can do the same for... Might be a little early for that, so I propose starting with last names. Yumiko hesitates briefly, but before long she opens her mouth stiffly in a tight
よ
voice.
ろしくね、風見くん。
After speaking those words with a cramped attempt at a smile, she stalks off. Yeah, best regards, Sakaki. Thus, after a great hardship, to finally succeed in establishing the absolute minimum level of communication with my 5th classmate. Seems the student life thing is pretty rough in its own way. Push open the heavy glass doors and find the lobby in utter silence. Gazing my outdoors used shoes, the slippers I use in my room, I reach for the board hanging above the shoe rack. Flip the magnetic name tag reading Kazami Yuji from out to in. Glance at the other names that reveals Sakaki, Sachi, and Amani are all in, but there's no one in the lobby. They probably showed up in their rooms doing homework. Hold on. Only having homework assigned to me, which means my hypothesis just now can't be accurate. Then what? When students shut themselves up in their rooms, homework and masturbation are the only things that go to mind, really. Although I gave the matter a little thought, I don't plan on going around and confirming my new conjecture. It's just a guess, no matter what sort of vile filth they're getting off to. That's their prerogative. In this case, pretending not to notice would be the kinder thing. When Grisaia concludes, I reach out to the door of my room, but doing so I notice there's a tape stuck to my door and its seal has been ripped off. Someone's in the room. Backing away from the door in a moment, I quietly press my ear against the wall, but I can't hear any noises from the inside. Doesn't seem like a typhoon is laying waste to the room in my absence, but either way, if it's someone stupid enough to miss the tape, no need to be too careful. Forcefully swing open the door to my room. Don't move.
びっくりした。急にドア開けないでよ。
What are you doing here? Who called me a stripper? It's not my birthday, you got the wrong room.
ごめん。予想外の反応。前にいた学校じゃ誕生日に友達が寮の部屋にストリッパーを呼ぶようなサプライズがあったわけ？
What? It's just some money. What are you doing in my room?
なぜって言われてもな。 この部屋で着替えるのは
Ports
もち
so
ろんのこ
large
とだ
overnight
し、
by lying on the floor, presumably considering her
こ
parents'
の部屋
code.
だけ冷蔵庫が大きいのよ。いっぱい買い物した時とかこの部屋の冷蔵庫を
Why you
使わせ
half
てもらってる。
naked?
そりゃ着替えてるところにいきなり踏み込まれたからでしょ。学校から帰ってすぐに買い物に行きたい時はここ
Got
で
your own room,
私の
right?
部屋2階だし面倒じゃない。
When I was in grade school, I had friends who'd throw their bags by the door after school so they could get back outside faster. I guess this woman's brain works on the
着
same
替
level.
え続けてもいい？
Fine, I
そんな
suppose.
ところに突っ立ってないで入ったら？
I'll come in when you invite me or not. It's my room. Walk into the room holding glass under the faucet and the sink filled with tap water.
あのさ、
What? Swig down tepid water from the glass.
普通入るかな。
In the uncensored version, she doesn't have a bra on. And she's still casual when he walks in. She me for real. Actually, what? Your sentence is missing both a verb and
い
an
や、だ
object.
からさ、女の子が着替えてるんだよ。普通遠慮しない？
I'm a normal man. I'm a normal man. You're the one who barged into my
そ
room.
れはそうなんだけれども。
If you don't want to be seen, how about being frank about it and telling me to get out?
失礼ね。見られて困るような体してないわよ。
Want me to stick a 20 in your panties?
だからストリッパーじゃないっての。
If you say so, you seem pretty used to this.
そりゃこっちのセリフよ。そうやってビール片手にテレビで野球観戦する親父みたいにじっと見られても落ち着かないじゃない。
If you don't want to be seen, you should have said so from the start. I'll be outside. Call me when you're done changing.
いいわよ。すぐ着替え終わるから。
What a troublesome woman. What do you want from me?
そこでおとなしくじっとしてなさい。
Nice tits. Oh my god, really?
感想とかいらないから。
Turning my empty glass to the sink, I turn my back on Amane for the moment. Breaking into the room as she pleases, throwing her tits around as she pleases, and then getting pissed at me as she pleases. I don't have any real objection to be considerate of someone like that, but well, the thoughtfulness is what keeps society going smoothly.
ねえ、ユージくん。
I don't know if he's a chan. What?
君、なんだか妙に女慣れしてるよね。お姉さんとか
Well, I
い
did
る
have
の？
one.
いたって、今はいないの？
She's dead.
そっか、ごめんね。無神経なこと聞いて。
Been years, not a problem.
じゃあさ、無神経ついでにもう一つ聞いてもいい？
What?
お姉さんの名前は？
Does it
カズキ？
You know, kind of weird name for a girl. It's actually the one written with the characters for one in Princess.
珍しい名前だね。
No, I don't want you to say. Don't give me spoilers. Why do you ask?
別に、ただの興味本位。
I see. Since there's a topic, I prefer to avoid as much as possible. Not because it's too painful to remember deaths or anything sentimental. I just don't want to get in a heavy mood for no good reason. Maybe you might have picked up on my reactions, so she doesn't ask anything else about the subject. While she's a troublesome and selfish woman, I can honestly appreciate that part to her.
お待たせ。着替え終わったよ。
Wasn't really waiting.
どう？似合う？
Meow. Now that I look, Amani's wearing a pointlessly skimpy outfit. Even if it's summer, this is a bit over the top. He's so judgy. I don't really like how he's talking to her. Too much like, this just like, who the fuck are you to tell her anything about how she should dress? I don't even want to say this line.
はあ、いいのいいの。せっかくいいの持ってんだから、
You know
半
what?
分ぐらい
Period.
ちらつかせておかないと損じゃん。
What you mean for real? A waste of resources?
この格好で商店街に買い物に行くと、なぜかみんなサ
Oh my
ービスしてくれるのよね。
Someone's trying to disrupt the economy. It's a shopping district via her tits.
あーって何よ。
Nothing at all. If you're done, hurry up and go. The dirty old men in the shopping district are clutching their 20s in anticipation.
そうだね。そんじゃあ行こうか。
She speaks, she grabs my arm like a border patrol agent seizing an illegal immigrant from Mexico. That is a very weird comparison. Based on money. When you trying to pull, get off.
ねえ、お買い物に付き合ってよ。
Why do I have to come?
今日は10キロのお米を買うから運ぶの手伝って。
If you don't run me into this, that huge body 10 kilos shouldn't be an issue, or so I thought, but courteously didn't put into words. You're dealing with a woman who you're technically feeding. In the first place, she's only large for a woman. I'm 8 or 9 centimeters taller. Guess Amane has gotten sick of me staring at her silently. She jerks me closer by the arm she's grasping.
おっぱい見せてあげたじゃん。買い物ぐらい付き合ってくれてもバチ当たんなくない？
I remember asking you to see her breasts. This woman's logic is completely incoherent.
何？なんか不満そう。見るだけじゃ足りないなら、もどく？
Could you
軽く
flash
つ
your
まむ
chicks
程
when
度
we
に。
can't even do your bidding? You've got another thing coming.
まあまあ、どうせ暇なんでしょ。うちの学校、今までは男子っていなかったから、力仕事は全部私に回ってきたのよ。かわいそうだと思わない？
If you're on a physique like that, I think it's probably inevitable.
これからは電球が切れても、ユージ君がいれば安心だね。そん
As
じゃ
she
行こうか。
speaks, she entwines herself around my arm, pushing her famous breast onto me.
わっちはこう見えても休暇を実家に持つ母親の娘ぞ。本来であれば裸を見たあんたには責任取って結婚してもらうところよ。
That she spent his good second thinking about anti-helicopter mines. It's frankly completely ridiculous. Recently, the world has been seeming like a truly ridiculous place recently. No point in getting too down on myself. Fine, you just need me to carry the rice, right?
そうそう、最初からそうやって素直にうんって言ってりゃ可愛いのにね。
Pride is better enough to be left by God or big woman if you want a long life.
何それ？
Just a joke. Let's get going already.
ちょっとやだ、待ってよ。
Go my arm. I need you to clean all over me. It's tickling.
本当は嬉しいくせに。ってあれ？ユージ君、なんかいい匂いする。香水とかつけてる？
I'm pretty sure nosy into me and sniffle. You're not a dog. Honestly, carrying someone's rice is really not a big deal, but I agreed from the start to save myself the effort of resistance. The easier should take that as a license to push increasingly unreasonable requests on me. You're smart, you start rejecting people's requests at 80% of your real tolerance level. Women's shopping methods can be broken down into two patterns. Type A throws anything that catches her eye into the cart, whether she has a need for it or not. Type B deliberates endlessly over the cost efficiency, even when she has a pressing need, and ends up buying nothing. My impression of the woman named Mane, probably if influenced by her large build, was that she was likely the careless sort who'd follow the former pattern. Apparently I'm not much of a judge of character.
次は八百屋さんに行こうか。
What, you're still buying? You need to get vegetables. Why didn't you get them at the supermarket just now?
スーパーより商店街の八百屋さんの方が安いんだもの。
I understand in theory that specialty shops are better than general retailers, but the one being dragged around chaining the stores roughly is a serious nuisance. As Amani mentioned she wanted to buy oolong tea, I reached a 2-liter 150 yen bottle at the supermarket, only to have my hand slapped firmly away. In the woman's own words, don't buy that here. Get 2 packets at the drugstore and you can make 52 liters for 480 yen. So I ended up having to tag along to the drugstore as well.
すみません。玉ねぎと人参くださいな。
お、あまねちゃんいらっしゃい。
でしょ。ねえ、奥さんに内緒でおまけしてよ。
あまねちゃんにはかなわねえな。よし、そんじゃおじさん。
嬉しい。いいの？
あまねちゃんだけのサービスなんだからみんなに言っちゃダメだぜ。
There's no reason to use merch on that, Natasha. No, you still probably need a shielder. I mean, you can go with just a healer, but it's riskier. Usually you want a shielder and a healer. It's just
ありがとう。いちご、マキナが大好きなのよね。
そういや、今日はマキボウは一緒。
はあ、今日はお米も買ったからタフな荷物持ちを連れてきたの。
ああ。
growling, the dirty old green grocer sizing up for the blank scowl on
な
his
ん
face.
であいつ気に入らねえ目つきしてやがるな。
そう嫌わないでやってよ。私の弟なんだから。
弟？なんで弟かよ。俺はまたてっきりあまねちゃんがろくでもねえ男と付き合ってるのかと思ってよ。 おじさん早かったにしちまった。
I'm sure it's so funny, but the greengrocer castles heartily when he stared into my
ああ、ボ
face.
ス、名前は
Yuji.
そうか、ユージか。いい名前じゃねえか。姉ちゃんの手伝いしてやれえな。よし、おめえにもイチゴやるから食え。
Probably just to play Ashley and Natasha then?
ビ
Yeah.
タミンが足んねえからそんな人殺しみてえな面になんだ。栃木のブランドイチゴだぞ。食え食え。
Thank you. I smile and lower my head and it's like Bell probably eliminated show. What? You can smile after that and even lower voice.
じゃあおじさん、
おう、また来な。サービスすっからよ。ユージもな。
Of course, thank you.
あんたその顔やめな。そのひどい笑顔、まるで誰かに習ったみたいな顔だね。
Extremely perceptive at times.
あんたってさ、たまにそうやって顔で嘘つくよね。そういう家系なの？
Fake smiles are an expression of consideration for others. Want me to scowl instead?
だったらもう少し上手に笑いなさいよ。バレバレよ。
I thought that children's smiles and women's tears are weapons, but this is the first time my own emotional front was penetrated like this. I may have been underestimating this woman.
またそうやって怖い顔する。そんな顔するからマキナが怖がるんだよ。
I was born with this face.
じゃあ、あんたのお姉ちゃんもそんな顔だったわけ？
Sister was, yeah, well, in her case, she always had a sleepy expression.
そうなんだ。
Why bring up my sister there?
まあ、なんとなく。
I'm foreign language with the salt yet?
あとはお豆腐屋さんで絹ごしと白滝を買うだけ。
We're still not done? Just carrying rice, I'd be promised when I agreed to the shopping expedition. But in the end, I ended up following around for a good 2 hours.
買い物に付き合ってくれてありがとう。助かったわ。
She speaks money is packing my ingredients to purchase from reason into my
普段はマ
refrigerator.
キナと一緒に行くんだけど、あの子と買い物に行くとスーパーのお菓子売り場とかおもちゃ屋さんに寄り道したがるから時間かかるのよね。
No problem. My past something why you putting stuff in the fridge in my room.
だからこの部屋の冷蔵庫が一番大きいんだってば。
Then the answer the
いい
question.
じゃない。どうせろくに使ってないんでしょ。ほら、いちごあげるからさ。
That's from the packed element the grocery stores gave me.
私がいたからもらえたんじゃない。冷蔵庫の中の牛乳も飲んでいいからさ、ね。
I particularly care about her using the fridge. For bargaining every time she needs to get something would be a pain in the ass.
そうだ。今日のお礼に晩ご飯作ってあげようか。
I already cooked rice and I already got canned food for the side dishes for
お
Alpa.
かず缶詰なの？なんかわびしい感じ。それにお米っ
Using
て
that over there,
炊飯
find
器
this
もないのに
wonderful
どうや
mess
って炊い
kit
たの？
style rice cooker I made of aluminum. Currently towering over the IH cooking heater in my kitchen.
飯盒で炊いたの？
IH heaters can't quite manage aluminum, so I've been using gasoline stove added me instead.
サバイバルだな。よくそんな道具持ってたね。
Normal for a man to have a stove or two. Normal for a man is probably an overstatement, but it's standard equipment for a backpacker at least. Ideally, you want one that can use the unleaded gasoline that you can get from gas stations.
それじゃあさ、ご飯持って私の部屋来る？おかずが缶詰だけじゃ寂しいでしょ？どうせマキナの分も作るんだし、一緒に食べようよ。
No, I'll pass.
どうして？心配しなくても。こう見えても私、料理は得意なんだよ。
Makina will be there, won't she?
ああ、そっか。マキナ、まだユージ君のこと怖がってるか。
Actually, I think it'd be better if I wasn't there.
この際だから仲良くなってよ。
Not going to happen that fast. If I got on my way to you quietly, she'll end up feeling even more uncomfortable. I'll pass it up.
まあ、
After all.
今日は仕方がないとしても、マキナと仲良くなってくれれば、いつだってご飯作ってあげるよ。
Telling me to become friends with her in exchange for food?
そうは言わないけどさ、仲良くしてほしいっていうのは本音。あの子、ああ見えて友達作るの下手だからさ、 ユージ君の方から声をかけてあげてよ。
I don't have anything against her, but I don't want to be on hostile terms. I'll try to talk to her, but I'm not going to guarantee it's going to improve things. My personality being what it is. One sec. I'm itchy. Think about the words I've left unspoken. Amani answers, but that's good enough with a
じゃあ
smile.
今日はありがとうね。
As soon as I return to her master, Brixley walks out the door, but hey, wait, you forgot! Packed with her door clothes is still lying in the center of her room. The woman, she's in plain in her room again, is she? More to the point, I'm sure I locked this door when I left this morning. How'd she even get in here? There aren't any signs of damage to lock, and I can't imagine she's got a secret talent for lock picking. Should have a spare key or something? So money. Creature known as the large woman are mostly careless. So weird, but weirdly attentive to certain details. They possess unusual intuition as well as pointlessly large breasts, and on the whole deserve to be handled with caution. I think I'm gonna pause here. I cannot read. Good night, all. Good night, Golden. I hope you have a nice night. Also, I have a really bad headache. But I'm going to...
もう終わり？
I'm just getting food really quick. Bless you. Thank you. Don't push yourself if you're too tired. We'll see how long.
続けちゃう？
Time-honored traditions of America, bright red cars are called pony cars because of their reputation as playthings for schoolboys. While yellow motors are jackass cars because only morons drive them. I didn't know either of those. Certain German women I know, whether aware of that or not, really drives around a particularly flashy yellow vehicle around. Apparently she very much enjoys compliments she gets from colleagues at work, usually some variation of it really suits you. In other words, a stupid car like that's just about right for a dumb blonde, but she hasn't caught on to the fact that she's being mocked. I've tactfully decided not to inform her either. Just like with women who get flattered when someone tells you your dress does wonders for your figure. Pretty tough. Wait. Is that not a compliment? When people say that, am I just stupid? Ow, Tallulah! My cat just clawed at me! Damn it. It's pretty tough to let her know after the fact she's not really being complimented. But sometimes things like this can come back to bite you when you least expect it.
ねえ、ユージ君。なんかあそこにいる外人の女の人、こっち見て手を振ってるんだけど、知り合い？
Don't know her. Don't have any bimbos among my
い
acquaintances.
や、でもなんかめっちゃあんたに向かって手振ってるんだけど。
Told you I don't know her. Probably selling Girl Scout cookies.
何それ？
Either way, better not get too close. Let's get out of here.
ねえ、思いっきりユージって呼んでるよ。
Oh, what is that woman thinking?
誰なの？
I'll explain later. Sorry, but go on ahead.
何？やっぱ知り合いなの？まさか借金取りとかじゃないよね。
She's my guardian, or rather my
大
guarantor.
丈夫なの？
I'm fine. Hurry and take Machina back. I'll be right behind you. I'm just gonna go say a quick hello.
うん。
Apparently not enjoying the way I'm chewing her off with my hands like a stray dog, Amane walks away with a sulky expression, shooting repeated glances over her shoulder. After watching Amane and Machina disappear past the school gate, I screwed up an irritated expression and scratched my head vigorously and approached the blinding yellow bimbo-mobile. Look,
Yeah.
woman.
学生生活を楽しんでいるか
Yeah, more or less. You enjoying pretending to be a guardian?
い嫌な物言いをするのね。あなたのそういうところ、朝子にそっくりよ。
What did you come here for?
何しに来たはないでしょ。私、一応あなたの保護者なんだよ。
I'm grateful that you're acting as a guarantor of my background. I don't need a guardian at my age. Kindly get lost.
冷たいのね。子供の頃はもっと素直で可愛かったのに。
If you think you can shut me up by bringing up my childhood, you've got another thing coming. I'll repeat the question. What'd you come here for? It's about work. I thought I had a break for the moment.
いやーね。私はただあなたが普通の学校で普通にやっていけてるのか様子を見に来ただけよ。
No problem at present. If you force me to come up with one, you being here would be the top of the list. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to make him an excuse when I get back to the classroom. Don't increase my workload.
破綻のない過去は用意してあげたでしょ。私のことは母方の親戚だって押し通しなさいな。
I'd prefer to avoid lying outright where possible. Lies are like colors. The more you pile up, the blacker things get.
嘘の場合は赤くなるでしょ。
Get enough of that place and things get just as black.
そうならないようにうまく立ち回ることね。自己死はしたくないでしょ。
I don't need you to tell me that. I'm handling this myself, which is precisely why I don't need you giving me surprises like this.
わかったわよ。今日のところはこれで帰るわ。
Are you serious? You really did just come to see me?
そう言ったでしょ。仕事の話なら事前に携帯に連絡してから来るわよ。
Alright, the cell phone.
ちょっとまさか持ち歩いてないの？ちゃんと仕事用とプライベート用に2つ用意してあげたでしょ。
Sorry. I'll make sure to keep it around from now on.
こちらからの呼び出しに対して15分以上返答がなかった場合、逃亡とみなして何人か送りつけるわよ。わかってる？
I'm aware.
それと県外に出るときは事前に申請書を提出すること。
I'm aware of that as well.
ああ、思い出した。あなたこの町に来るとき歩いて県境を越えたでしょ。ちゃんと電車のチケット用意してあげたのに何やってんのよ。
I hate trains, as you know.
だからって200キロも歩くバカがどこにいるのよ。
The kind that's standing in front of you. Also, the walk was closer to 175 kilometers.
そのせいで警察の世話になったくせに偉そうに言わないの。上からちょっとめんどくせえなこの女みたいな目で私をじっと見るのやめなさい。
Some kind of psychic? How'd you read my thoughts?
泣くわよ。
No, look, I do feel bad about that. I'll apologize nice and slowly over dinner next time, okay? So please leave.
飯でも食わせておけば私が黙ると思ったら大間違いよ。もう一度言うけど自己死したくなければおかしな真似はしないこと。わかった？
Understood. Orders received. Major Howder data. Hey, stop saying can I hit this guy now just once with your eyes.
あなたエスパーなの？
Please don't spread it around. It's a pain in the ass to have to bend a spoon every time I introduce myself.
あのね。
Did you understand? Don't mind my jokes.
まったくなんでこんな可愛げのない子に育ったのかしら。
Get that a lot. Hurry and get going. You don't have the time to play around here either, do you?
言われなくても帰るわよ。それとしつこいようだけど
Alright, my bad, JV.
分かればいいわよ。じゃまた連絡するわ。
Yeah. I watch as JV turns away and climbs into her car, her blonde hair swinging behind her in waves. She drives up. I receive a cell phone from my school bag. So I pretended to otherwise. I've been carrying my work phone just as order. It's a black, low-profile slide phone I received from JB specifically for company business. I slide the screen up quickly and put the unlock pin and call up the menu screen. Although it looks like a perfectly normal cell phone, any calls made from this machine pass through a special encrypted line. Hi Cloudwinds, how are you? There's only one entry in these contacts. Single number is listed under JB, Julia Bardera. Naturalized named Haridera Yuria. My direct supervisor is at my part-time job. If you're gonna come, at least give me an advance warning. I click my tongue in irritation, slide the phone shut, step into the pocket of my uniform so I can respond instantly to any future contact. Haridera Yuria, alias JB. As the woman said herself, she's something of a pain in the ass. Oh, wait, one sec. Am I still streaming? Oh yeah, I am, sorry. She'll go nearly half a year without a single call and then suddenly a brusque stand by in the designated point. Or of course she has some incredibly troublesome job waiting to push on me. Oh, it's almost better when there's actually a job. Sometimes she'll leave me at the rendezvous point for more than an hour without any contact. And when I finally get the call I've been sitting around waiting for, it's a current situation resolved and I go right back home again. Well, I do get a travel fee deposited into my account just for heading to the standby point. So I suppose it's not a complete full errand in that sense, but sometimes I can't help but feel like my time on this earth isn't being spent efficiently. It's something of a behind-the-scenes part-time job, and the work would be troublesome to explain to others. They asked. Of course, it's also not the kind of job I can just casually quit when I want to. More importantly, this is the position I inherited from my master. I wouldn't walk away even if I could. Well then, how should I explain this to Amane and the company? I don't think I'll be able to pass her off as a cookie peddler after all. Passing Mihama Academy school gate, dragging myself along with heavy feet. Unexpectedly, as I show my face in the classroom, Amane jumps all over me. Most of the classmates are gathered at the far side of the room, panning up and watch me from the window. And later, they're all looking at me with questions in their eyes. Blondie. Naturally, Amane is the one who steps forward to interrogate me, as if declaring herself the representative of the class. That said, the rest of the group doesn't seem to be disinterested either. Makina's staring at me with a dazed expression, and Sachi's clutching her hands together in front of her chest, waiting for my words with bated breath. As for Michiru, for some reason she's glaring at me like I kicked her puppy, and Sakaki, on the other hand, is sitting primly in her seat reading a book. Now she's above such things, but judging from the way she hasn't turned the page once since I came in, we probably got her attention as well. I told you already, didn't I? She's my superior for my part-time job.
上司か。上司ね。ユージ君、バイトなんかしてるんだ。
Yeah, I lost both my parents when I was a kid, so I have to earn my own living expenses.
どんなバイトなの？
It's a little difficult to summarize. Well, I get rid of garbage or crawl into various places to take care of the cleaning, if that's what you call dirty work.
じゃあ、あのパツキンの人も清掃業なの？
That's right, but she's on the management side, so she doesn't get her hands dirty. Sorry.
へえ、あの人の名前は？
JB.
JB？
Her real name is Haridera Yuria. JB's a pet name.
あの見た目で日本人なの？
She's a naturalized citizen. I think she's originally German, don't really remember. Pull out a chair from my seat and drop my bag on top of the desk with a deliberately loud thump. Questioning over now. If you're satisfied with your curiosity, then go sit down. Class is gonna start. Just as I speak, the first bell rings. Makina and Sachi scurry back to their seats. The large woman who's been interrogating me, her expression still smoldering with irritation, pulls out the chair from the seat in front of mine and sits down heavily.
ねえユージ君、私まだ肝心なことを聞いてないわ。
What? Spit it out then.
あの人との関係、恋人じゃないんだよね。
It's a big question, what a joke.
くだらなくないわよ。私には大切なことなのよ。ドキドキしちゃう？
Got a mustache charity there.
嘘！
Yeah, just screwing with you.
グーで殴るよ。
Sounds fun, give it a try.
この
While his punch is slow and lacking in serious intent, I dodge it easily with a slight swing movement of my upper body. Think this over calmly. Do I look like a man who could be in a relationship?
あんたみたいな男だから謎なんじゃない。年上で金髪の外人が恋人でもあんたなら妙に納得できるというか。
Amani stares into my eyes as if searching for the truth.
そもそもうちの学園長とも知り合いなんでしょ？
Well, yeah.
怪しい。
What is?
この学園に来る前は何をしていたの？
Well, so this question finally came up. In the paper I was studying abroad in Canada, or some similar lie I came up with to forge my personal history. They started pushing into that story, so just drag on. Answering somewhat now should make for less trouble down the way. And before I came here, I guess I was a freeloader of sorts.
紐？
If you want to make it sound fancy or maybe a gigolo, I was being supported by an unrelated older woman.
それがあの金髪の
No,
人？
she's a friend of the other woman. I started mooching off her after the first one died.
あんた最
In
低
exchange, she
ね。
worked me brutally hard on the job. She doesn't have anything to complain about. Molly shuts her eyes, slaps her hand on her forehead, and heaves a heavy
と
sigh.
にかく恋人はいないってことで間違いないのね。
Right. I'll admit I don't quite understand why that's the main point here, but I guess this stuff is on the mind of a girl this age. Try to force her perspective on everything and lose sight of the bigger picture. Though she doesn't look entirely satisfied with my response, she mutters a brief, well, alright, rises from the chair and heads back to her own seat. I watch until she finally sits down, then quickly turns to look behind me. Immediately behind me, I find a bright red meteor staring back at me. Were you listening?
なば別にあんたのことなんか興味ないんだからね。聞いてたんじゃなくて聞こえちゃっただけよ。勝手に変な話聞かせないでよね。
This game killing your voice yet? Well, it's not all voice acted, so no. Crossing her arms tightly in front of her chest, her face bright red, Michiru babbles frantically. In response, I thrust out my right hand and energetic thumbs up. Nice and dare, Michiru.
バカにして。
If you don't want to talk about something, you should make it awkward to ask. Based on that theory, I try to spice things up a little more than reality. Who knows how much of it they believe? First, it's true that my parents died when I was still a kid, and I was picked up by an older woman, my master, and then I lived off the money she earned. For my master's death, I did get to work from her friend JB in order to earn my keep, and on top of that, it's thanks to her vouching for me that I'm able to attend a normal school like this in the first place. Now that I think about it, I didn't change the facts much at all. But then the more you focus on constructing the believable lies, the less they tend to work. When you stick to more or less the truth, you end up convincing people no matter how absurd the story sounds. Promising start would be a bit of an overstatement, but I think I can work with this. No matter what sort of life you're living, you'll run into people who just won't listen to what you have to say. When words don't get there, the easiest alternative is beating them into submission. Certainly a bit of a rough solution. When you're dealing with another man, it's at least an option. But when you're dealing with women, let alone a shrimp of a girl who doesn't come up to your shoulder, is a different story. You start swinging your fist around out of irritation under those circumstances. Anyone would call it bullying the weak. It's bad style, leaves an unpleasant taste in your mouth too. What's called for in such situations is perseverance and patience. They're always saying we live in an age of technological wonders, so I've been waiting for someone to invent a machine you can stick on your back and switch to Zen-like, instantly granting yourself infinite self-control. Despite clear market potential, the world isn't yet such a convenient place. Well, no big deal. Pretty sure they're used to endurance tests by now. In 5 minutes since I spotted Machina wandering aimlessly around campus, calmed out, "What are you up to?" in casual tone. On the bright side, she reacted to my voice and stopped dead in her tracks instead of fleeing. But the next step is proving a little more problematic. The girl's just staring up in my face instead of world. Can you speak Japanese? Telling as always, she shakes her head back and forth in denial, apparently having understood my question. Are you afraid of me, maybe? Silence continues. This time there's neither confirmation nor denial. It seems unlikely that she didn't understand the question, which would mean that this one is uncertain territory, somewhere in between yes and no as far as I can guess. I'm repeating myself, but this sort of communication takes a lot of patience and persistence. I try to consciously consider things from Makina's point of view. Transfer student with an unclear background, what's more, a man of 178 centimeters high. From the perspective of Makina, but I guess to be around 140 centimeters, it might well be a little intimidating to have me towering above her. For the moment I crouched down so that my eyes are level with hers. Seemed like you wanted her on the grounds. Are you looking for something? She speaks a single word in a quiet voice and once again shakes her head in denial. Then what were you doing? Somewhat of an interest to me, but well, if you get down to whatever wherever she is and whatever she's doing is her own business, I suppose. I'm not a policeman, I don't have any reason to drag it out of her. In this case, it might be best to find some words to wrap this up cleanly and give her a friendly goodbye, let this timid creature be on her way. Just as I reach this conclusion, she slowly moves her hand to the rear of her skirt, grabs something with her stubby fingers, and pushes it in front of my eyes. What's this thing? A I can't read anymore. At a glance, the item in Makina's small hands is a toy-like object roughly the size of an egg, with an LCD screen buried into the center. What's that? On closer inspection, there's some unknown life form or monster, most closely resembling a chick displayed in blocky pixels in the central LCD. It seems to be programmed with some cheap animations, about 3 patterns or so. Come to think of it, I remember reading a news article about this a few years ago. After developing the smallest 3-axis geomagnetism sensor in the world at the time, a certain company fed that technology into a children's electronic toy, which then became an explosive hit among grade schoolers. It's a pedometer, right? One of those things where the peg goes up the more you wear off. Nodding her head, she returns the pedometer in her hand to her waist. In other words, she wasn't looking for anything itself. Her wandering was the objective. Tamagotchi, yeah. Walking is a good thing since it's an aerobic exercise without too much strain on the joints. You're gonna walk, anyway, having some sort of visible result from the effort might make it feel worthwhile. Makina points at the school gate as she speaks. See, it makes sense she wants to avoid crowded places, giving her an extreme shyness. My pets would always die, aw. I would restrict her strolls to pacing around the school grounds, which would quickly get repetitive. So the digital pet serves as a distraction from that boredom, most likely. You like taking walks? Sorta, is it? Well, walking for fun at this age might be a little odd. It seems more like a hobby of an old man. You have any other interests, like reading, for example? Read any books lately? Manga's fine too, whatever. To tell the truth, I'd already heard from Amane that Makina often read books, and reading is a hobby of mine as well. I think it's a decent, common topic for starters. To answer my question, Makina holds her right index finger to her chin and mumbles while gazing up at the sky. Quiz was interesting. Life that you observe with the naked eye, what kind of death ray weapon is that? Unsuitable thing? Some new tech from the West? Looking at it, it's dangerous. One that means probably some variety optical weapon, something like an X-ray possessing mass, some sort of beam saber light based killing tool. Or you're just seeing it as dangerous. Some sort of super weapon that radiates a pulse to the receptors of the eyeball, using a flickering pattern to stimulate. This is a lot for just one joke. Stimulate the brain cells and trigger accelerated apoptosis. Hold it. This thing is sweet, right? A sweet? Where the hell would you go from there? All I'm getting is some sort of chocolate pastry shooting out a mysterious beam of light. Pew pew pew. I don't know. I give up. What's the
み
answer?
たらし団子
What?
見たらし団子見たら死ぬのよ
See and die. I get it. I missed that angle. Candy.
もう行ってもいい
Yeah, sorry to hold you up. I'll buy her later. She leaves the area that tries to fleeing from me. It doesn't seem like she outright hates me
逆じゃ
though.
ないかな。
How long have you been there?
みたらし団子のあたりかな。
What do you mean the opposite?
あー、まあなんつうか単純に人見知りってのもあるけど、マキナはユージ君に嫌われないよ。
Trying to not be disliked?
マキナって本当はもっと明るい子なんだけど、明るすぎてうざがられることも多いから警戒してるのよ。
True enough, I remember seeing her rushing and brandishing a cicada and cackling that first time. That's her normal state, then the way she behaved in front of me would certainly be a product of deliberate self-restraint,
警
but...
戒しているってことは、ユージ君に嫌われないように意識してるって証拠じゃない？
Bro had a whole blame vast and said, yeah, I give up. Yeah, I think it could be interpreted as a simple fear as well.
まあ、怯え半分ってのはあると思うけど、大丈夫じゃないかな。
What makes you say
さ
that?
っきマキナと会話するとき、ユージ君マキナの目線に合わせて腰を低くしたでしょ。あれって実は有効手段なんだよね。
When I was a kid, there was time I'd be surrounded by unfamiliar adults and found myself on the brink of tears. But when they stooped down to talk with me face to face, I immediately got emotionally attached. The amount I felt like shouting, "You sure got attached to an outrageous person," or complaining about what an idiot I was, but...
ほら、私も背高い方だし、最初はマキナもなかなか懐かなくってさ、目線を合わせて話すって裏技に気づくのに1ヶ月もかかったよ。
No, she's glued to you or something like that.
あー、確かにべったりだけど、言うほどいつも一緒ってわけじゃないわよ。マキナは基本的に一人で遊ぶ方が好きだし、それにあの子、感情のムラが激しいっていうか、あんまり変な意味にとってほしくないんだけど、ずっと一緒にいると疲れるのよね。
Maybe she's playing by herself because she understands that.
うまく説明できないけど、猫みたいなものよ。構ってほしい時だけニャンニャン言ってすり寄ってきて、飽きたらスッといなくなっちゃう感じ。癖っ気でふわふわしてるし、体もぐにゃぐにゃで柔らかいし、体温が高いから抱くと暖かいし、なんか甘ったるい匂いするし、猫っぽいよね。
A cat, I see.
まあ、慣れないうちはそっけないかもしれないけど、絶対に悪い子じゃないから仲良くしてあげてよ。
I don't plan to force her to be friends if she doesn't want to be, but yeah, I'll try to avoid being hated. If I avoid unnecessary contact, I shouldn't inspire any hatred or come to hate anyone myself. In exchange, I won't be liked or come to like anyone either. Maintaining emotional distance along appropriate lines is an essential but extremely difficult aspect of forming efficient interpersonal relationships. Of course, there are always that careless puppy dog types who leap into your arms and wag their tails right from the start.
何よ、私の顔じっと
Oh,
見て。
just thinking about how beautiful you are.
キスしたくなっちゃった？
Alright, Amani, close your eyes.
うん。
Don't get our hopes up like that. Amani is a 5.5. I relate to Amani, so I don't know what you mean by 5.5. Chest is swelling with some ridiculous expectation. Her closes her eyes and thrusts out her lips as instructed. Moving quickly and silently, I make a good getaway, leaving the girl to her fruition. That's so mean. Oh, height? Oh, I thought you meant like out of 10. And I was like, don't give her such a low score.
手、どこ行ったのよ。もう意地悪。
See, Ma could have made the right idea. Leaving out the later goodbye entirely and silently running away certainly is less troublesome. Don't take it the wrong way, Amani. It's not that I hate you. I'm just trying to avoid being hated by you. I think I'm gonna pause here because I can't read anymore.
セーブしちゃう？
I'm just... There's nothing against this game. I don't think